Yo, what's up, family? Big Mike checking in, Real Talk TV. Hope you guys are blessed, having a great day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is in your part of the world. Just gonna wait for some more folks to drop in. In the meantime, while I wait for some folks to drop in, hope you guys don't mind me eating real quick. You know what I'm saying? Some fish tacos, you know what I'm saying, wifey made for me, so I'm gonna munch on these real quick as I wait for some folks to drop in the chat. When you drop into the chat, if you don't mind acknowledging, you know what I'm saying, the channel, state who you are, where you hit me up from, where you from. I'd appreciate that. It's been a while since I chopped it up with you guys, man, so we gotta talk about something, you know what I'm saying, important tonight. I wanna have a good conversation with you guys, man, so hit me up, let me know where you hit me up from, all right?
All right.
Who we got in the chat, man? Give me a shout out. Who you are, where you from, all right? Hey, Andre, what up, boy? I heard from you in a while, man. How you been, family? Greensboro, North Carolina. Salute, man. My neighbor state. South Carolina, North Carolina, man. How you doing, Andre? What's been up with you, man? You been good? As I said earlier, man, so I'm waiting for some more people to drop in the chat. I hope you guys don't mind me eating, man. My wife made a couple of fish tacos real quick. I just got out of work about a couple hours ago, so your boy hungry. So please excuse me, y'all. Hope y'all don't mind. You drop it into the chat, man. State who you are and where you from. We had not chopped it up in a minute. I got a good conversation to have with y'all. I think before I get into this conversation, though, it's very important for me to state that this may rub some people the wrong way. This is not going to be a easy conversation to have, maybe for some people. You know what I'm saying? But me, the channel is called Real Talk TV, so we got to have some real talk tonight. Let's have some real talk. Can we do that? Can we have some real talk? Enough with the politically correct BS. Let's have some real talk. None of that fake stuff. Real talk tonight, all right? I've been doing well, bro. Just grinding, trying to get my finances in order. Salute, man. I dig that, bro. I feel that. I feel that, man. Yo, Andre, keep working at it, man. Ain't nothing out here in these streets. Trust me. I would know. Ain't nothing out here that you can't focus on your grind, because we all know what's out there on the other side of the streets, man. So stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Continue to grind. And the results will show in time. You know what I'm saying? It may take a little time, but ain't nothing out here, bro. Keep working, all right? Who else we got in the chat, man? Andre, the only person who hit me up. What's good? Who else we got in the chat? Y'all stop being weird, man. What's up with y'all? Who are you? Where you hit me up from? I had a subscriber ask me earlier, what was that, yesterday? Like, when you going live again, Big Mike? You know, we ain't chopped it up in a while, so I made a promise I was going to go live tonight, man, so we got to talk tonight. What's up? Who else we got in the chat, man? I'm going to give y'all, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more time to drop into the chat. I know I didn't make an announcement earlier on my community page, Y'all know how I go with that. I just kind of jump on live when I'm in the mood to jump on live. But I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more time to jump in the chat, man. Who else we got? State your name and where you hitting me up from. Where you from? Giving some folks a little bit more time to check in. So Andre, man, what else been good with you, man? Catch me up with you. Besides working hard, what else you had going on? If you're still in the chat. Baby, stop staring at me. It's awkward. Who else we got in the chat, man? Who you are and where you from? Again, hope you guys don't mind me eating, man. Got some fish tacos I'm trying to finish up real quick. But, again, waiting for some more people to drop into the chat. I know it's been a while since we kicked it, man. We talked it up, but like I told you guys before, you know, I just really had to take some time away and get myself together, you know what I'm saying, mentally and stuff like that. I had a lot going on, which I've been sharing, you know what I'm saying, once we get some more people in the chat, man, so.
You should share about your birthday. How it feels like.
Yeah.
That you're 42 now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel much different once you get past 40, man. Y'all know I just celebrated a birthday. It don't feel much different once you, to me at least, once you hit past 40. I think 40 was the last birthday. Maybe I'll celebrate big. It's like, it's just another day. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful, don't get me wrong. I'm very, very grateful. But, you know, I had a good time. Had a good time, you know, brought it in modestly. Didn't do anything over the top, nothing too crazy. Feels good to be 42, man. A lot of folks didn't live to see this age. You know, when I think about Kobe Bryant, man, one of my favorite basketball players of all time, after Michael Jordan, he didn't live to see 42. So it's like, damn, that's crazy, you know, of how young that really is. But, yeah, may he rest in peace. Who we got in the chat, man? Y'all speak, man. What's up, y'all? Yeah, they got people in the chat. Nobody's saying nothing. What's up, man? Marcus, what's up, man? My boy. Good to have you in the chat, my guy. How you been, man? You been good, man? I know it's been a while since we chopped it up, y'all. If you're gonna be here, man, show some love. Acknowledge yourself. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. What's good? If you're not gonna speak, then go ahead and exit, man. You know, turn left, you know, and exit the stage, man. If it's gonna be like that, don't just watch me and don't say nothing. Where you been at? Yo, Marcus, man, on the real, your boy just had to take a break, man. I just had so much going on in my personal life, and you know, honestly, man, I kind of hit like a stage of I don't like to use that depression word. I hate that word. But I was in a low place, man. I was in a low place, and I'm not a person who gets on here and shares every step of my life or every chapter of my life like people do. Everything I vent everything. I'm not like that. You know, I'll just disappear and handle my stuff, and I'll come back. Hopefully, I can drop some nuggets that you guys can relate to and that resonate with you. But I'm not the type that just get on here and on the internet and look at it as my God, and I gotta share everything every step of the way. I'm not that type of person. So I went through what I had to go through. I think it was just a um, a culmination of just things I've been through in life, and I got to a point where I was just thinking like about where I'm at presently and what led me to this point. Everything that I've been through in my life, it's like it all hit me at once. If that makes any sense at all, it's like it was an overwhelming feeling of everything I've been through in life. It was just hitting me, man, hard. And I was like, dang. And I kind of got lost in the sauce in terms of who I am now. You know what I mean? You know, everything from family to like friends, myself, you know, things I experienced. And it just, I got to a point where I was just in a really dark place, man. So I'm not going to get on here and share, you know, what I'm going through when I don't feel like I'm in a good place to share it. You feel me? So that's why I took a little step back. But yeah, I'm good, man. Just working. How about you? Hey, same, bro. Same, man. Just working, maintaining, man. You know, figuring out life as I go along. I'm not no perfect person. And I tell you guys that all the time. I'm not no perfect person. I'm far from perfect. I learn life on the fly like everybody else. And yeah, figuring things out, man. You know, being married and of course responsibilities, you know, as I get older and stuff like that, assessing where I'm at in life. All those things, man, you know, it's just been trying to, you know, get everything in order like it's supposed to be, you know. So yeah. Yo, if you're in the chat, man, state who you are and where you from. Let me know who we got in the chat, all right? Hey, Marcus, man, I rock with you, though, man. I just want to tell you that. I rock with you heavy, fam. And watching your video, I was like, this dude right here is a dude I feel like I can relate to. I feel like I rock with you. I can definitely rock with you, man, because we seem to be the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you seem to be like a mellow type of dude. You don't look for no trouble. You stay out of the way. You work hard, and you just kind of mind your business. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same way. You know, I get that vibe from you when I watch you, man. So, you know, even though I never met you in person, I get a good vibe off of you, man. Like, you're just a dude that just, you ain't for the nonsense. But anyway, yeah, shout out to you, Marcus, man. Much love to you, bro. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you, bro. I don't care about subscriber count. That's one thing I want y'all to know. I don't care about subscriber count. Even though I got like over 30,000 subs, let's keep it a buck, man. I only get a fraction of people who actually tune into my videos and who watch me live. A small fraction of that. People subscribe and don't even know who they're subscribing to. They don't even get to really learn the person. They subscribe off of one video that they've seen, and they don't watch you no more. You know what I'm saying? But those of y'all who really rock with me, for real, I got so much love for y'all. Y'all invested in me. Y'all invested your time in me. So I want to say thank you for that. But Marcus says, I had to take my videos down. Didn't want no one from my job to see them. I feel that. Because when people at my job tell me that, oh, I seen your YouTube videos and stuff like that, it makes me uncomfortable, man. I'm like, yo, I don't want that to interfere with what I got going on this side. You feel me? I don't know if you experienced this. I don't know if you felt the same way, but that's how I felt. You know, people was telling me oh yeah, I seen your video and this was a good video. I'm like, man, that's cool coming from one person. But when it starts to be a handful of people, everybody watching your content at work, it's like, all right, man. I don't want what I do in my private life to interfere with what I do at work or my job. So I feel you on that, Marcus. I feel you on that. But let's have a conversation for you guys who are in the chat. I want to get this started. I want to ask you guys something, man. And I want your honest opinion on this, all right? I don't want no politically correct answers. We're not politically correct on this channel. I give it to y'all real, raw, and uncut. We don't do politically correct. So if you're politically correct, or if you want a politically correct freaking conversation, we're not going to have that tonight. So if that's not your cup of tea, I mean, you can exit. I'm giving it to y'all real, based on what I've seen in my life and what I've experienced myself. Okay? No political correctness. Okay? We clear on that? All right, cool. So, when it comes to, in this video, this live is inspired by the whole Shannon Sharp thing, even though I don't want to dive deep into that. I don't care about doing that type of stuff. It just kind of made me think a little bit like, dang, everybody pointing their finger at Shannon Sharp. But that happens in everyday life all the time. How many times have we seen that in our life? We see that a lot. Age difference in relationships. When we were in freaking high school and you were in 9th and 10th grade, how many dudes that was like 20, 21 years old picking up the bad chick from freaking high school that you wanted to talk to? You know what I'm saying? Like, those girls in your school had no time for you because they were dating dudes in their 20s. They had the money, they had the cars. You feel me? So that's been the thing. This ain't nothing new. This has been going on since the beginning of time. Age difference in relationships. I want to talk to y'all about that. How do you feel about age difference in relationships? What do you think is too old or too young? Now, granted, personally, it doesn't really bother me, to be honest with y'all. It don't bother me like that. I think some things are a little bit weird when you're talking 15, 20, 30 years older than somebody. It's like, at that point, it's like, yo, what are we doing? Like, it's a little bit cringe, but at the same time, when we tell somebody that they're grown and that they can make their own decisions and that they can, you know what I'm saying, live life on their own terms, and then we turn right around and then want to tell them who they should and should not date, or, you know what I mean? Like, it just kind of baffles me. When is grown grown? When is grown grown? We say 18 is grown, right? By the letter of the law. Let's cut the nonsense. By the letter of the law, 18 is grown, right? Some of us may still look at that and say they're a child, which baffles me because it's like, no, 18 is not a child. When I was 18, I was well aware of what I was doing. I was well aware of right and wrong. Even though I did not have the experience, I was not dumb at 18. We were treated much differently at 18 when I was 18 than these kids that are 18 years old now. Nowadays, it's like they want to coddle people. The society wants to coddle people, young adults, and say, oh, they're still children. Do we know what a child actually is? Let's keep it a buck. Do we know what a child is? A child is one who has not reached sexual maturity. You have not reached puberty yet. That's a child. By definition now, I don't care what you think or how you feel. A child by definition is one who has not yet reached sexual maturity. Now, by letter of the law, they say 18 is grown. You can do your own thing. You can freaking move out on your own. You can join the military. You can die for your country, all this other stuff. You can go in the porn industry, whatever. You can do what you want at 18, except drink alcohol legally. Other than that, you can do what you want. So then, who are we as a society to then want to judge who they date or tell them how to live their life? When is grown grown? Now, when it comes to age difference in relationships, let's keep it a buck, man. Who hasn't done that? Most of us have done that. Most of us have dated somebody much older than us, a little bit younger. Can we keep it real? When you were 18, 19, did you not maybe have interest or wonder what it was like to be with somebody much older than you? Or when you got to be a little bit older, maybe in your late 20s or 30s, to want to know if you still got it? Can you still pull that 21-year-old, 22-year-old? Can we keep it a buck and not be politically correct? I think a lot of us have been through that stage. I know I have. When I was 18, 19, I wanted to know what it was like to date a 30-year-old woman. When I was 30, 35, I wanted to know if I could still pull that 22-year-old chick. Now, I never went underage now. I ain't do all that. That's wild. Now, when you go underage, you wilding now if you do underage. We ain't talking about underage now. So not twist my words and think that I'm talking about underage people. I ain't doing that. But I'm talking about just a little bit, to somebody a little bit younger. 'Cause let's be real. Younger is more attractive. It's more attractive. A 50-year-old man ain't looking for no 50-year-old chick that's successful. I know I might be all over the place when I'm talking about this, man, but I just want to know, matter of fact, let me stop real quick and just get y'all's perspective on this, man. I want to know what y'all feel about it. Shannon is the victim. He did nothing wrong and broke no laws. He was clearly set up, and it's wrong that it can be done so easily. Facts, man. Facts. Now, while I don't agree with the age gap, I mean, damn, dude almost 60, and you talking to a 19-year-old. While it's not illegal, it's like, bro, why? That old now. I just turned 42 years old. I'm in the military. I cannot imagine actually dating someone 18, 19 years old. I can't do that, man. I personally can't do that. But is it illegal? No, it's not. I mean, I'm married and everything, but I'm talking about if I were single. I could not do that, man, because the experience, the wisdom gap, all that is just too wide, man. I did that when I was in my freaking early to mid 30s. Once I hit like late 30s, 40s, it's like, all right, man, you done had your fun. You know, pretty much everything you can think of or imagine, you done pretty much lived out. So, like, all right, it's time to like really, really grow up. Like, stop the nonsense, man. Like, I couldn't imagine being 56 years old talking to a 19 or 20-year-old. While it's not illegal, it's still the question of why would you do that? But hey, at the end of the day, he didn't do anything wrong though. It's not illegal. He ain't R. Kelly now. He ain't rolling up in high schools and talking to 14 and 15-year-olds. So let's not act like he's done that. But yeah, man, and Marcus, on to add what you said, what's really a shame is that these young women or these women, period, man, can freaking just throw out an accusation out there and tear down what a man has built in days. Took him years to build it, and she can tear it down in days with a freaking false accusation, and there is no repercussions for that. These women get off scot-free. That's what baffles me, man. Like, they can make these accusations and, if he's found not guilty, then what happens to the female? Absolutely nothing. That's what I hate. Now, if he's guilty of something, cool. You pin it to him. But if he's found not guilty, then what about the female? You just let her go? She should get the same time he would have gotten if he were guilty for making a false accusation. Marcus says, I'm 43 and my girlfriend 27. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all grown. She grown. We all know women mature a lot faster than guys. So a 27-year-old woman is like equivalent to a 40-year-old man, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? At 27, most women who got their head screwed on tight, they know what they want by that age. They know that they don't got forever. They're not like men. You know what I'm saying? Men got a longer shelf life than women. Let's keep it a buck, man. Men can still have it going on in their 40s and 50s and even early 60s if they take care of themselves and you know what I'm saying, they up on their fashion and stuff like that. You can still have it going on at that age as a man. But once you like 35, women got this clock, you know what I'm saying, that they gotta fight. Having kids and having all this within a certain time. Because once they're like 40, come on, man. It's not the same. Whereas men, 40, 45, you can still, have a family and stuff like that. Whereas women, time is not on their side when it comes to all that stuff happening for them. Because a lot of men at their age, they're not looking for them, especially if they got their stuff together. A 45-year-old man with resources ain't looking for those 48, 49-year-old woman, 50-year-old woman. Let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. He's not. He's going to want a woman who's younger, who's fertile, who's more attractive. If he got the money to support that lifestyle, that's just what it is. I didn't make the rules, man. That's just what it is. So it ain't nothing wrong with that, Marcus, man. As long as y'all happy, is all that really matters. Shoot, I'm 42. My wife is 30. So I got my wife by 12 years. She's 30, I'm 42. So ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. As long as who you with makes you happy. And my wife ain't. I can do younger. I can't do a teeny bopper though. That's the thing. Shannon tripping on that now. Damn, bro. If you gonna take out a younger woman, at least make sure she old enough to drink, bro. You can't even take her to a bar or nothing. You can't take her to a lounge. What you gonna do with her? Take her to Burger King? Come on, man. You can't even take that girl out for a drink, bro. That's crazy. Even when I was in my 30s and I dated younger women, she at least had to be over 21. I can't do no teenager, bro. That's crazy work. And see, the thing is, man, ain't nothing wrong with that, Marcus, because women do it all the time. Older women date younger men all the time. No one bats an eye at it, but no one bats an eye at that. But as soon as a man does it, oh yeah, shut up. I don't want miss me with that. Not you, Marcus. I'm just saying to society who thinks that way. Man, shut up. Because freaking women do it all the freaking time. Ramsey says, this younger generation is so soft. Facts, man. That's why I can't rock with a lot of stuff this generation does, man. That's why I don't be getting on here like that and talking about everything, because it's like, it's not worth my time. It really ain't. It's like, it's just so much nonsense on here nowadays, and everybody got an opinion about every freaking thing now because that's the new generation. And the mentality of a lot of these younger people, not all, but some, I can't get with that. If I get on camera, I gotta talk the real. I'm not doing none of that nonsense that this younger generation on, man. If that makes any sense. So soft. Political correct mess is killing this country. Facts, man. People can't be real no more. Because before people think about being real, they're thinking about what someone's gonna think about me. And I don't have that problem. I don't give a damn. I really don't. Y'all should know me for real, off camera. I don't give a shit about what someone thinks about me. I'm past that stage. I'm 42 years old. I don't care. One thing that I love about being older is that you learn to be in peace with yourself and you don't care what people think. Because I spent my youth worrying about that kind of stuff. And I'm at a stage in my life now where I don't care. I don't care about being politically correct. It is what it is. I've seen enough of life to know what is, not what I want it to be. We can talk all this stuff like, oh, it's wrong for an older man to date a younger woman and all this other stuff, but man, it's always been like that. There ain't nothing. It's been like that since the beginning of time. Let's keep it a buck. 100 now. If you 30, 35, 40 years old, and you got a hot 22-year-old woman that wants you, that really wants you, you're going to say no to that? No, I can't do that. I want to date somebody my age. Man, get out of here with that nonsense, man. I mean, who wants someone, not saying all women are like this, but when you date older women, you are more inclined, not always, but you are more inclined to find someone these days, especially who got a lot more baggage, who got things you don't want to deal with. They're hard to train. You know, a lot of them got kids. Not all, but a lot of them got kids and stuff. You don't want to deal with that. So if you're older and you got your stuff together, you know what I'm saying? You take good care of yourself and you physically keep yourself up and you good. You know what I'm saying with that? And you got a younger, hotter woman that wants you. What's the better option for you? You're going to want the younger, more attractive woman. Common sense. Come on, man. This ain't nothing new. This been going on. Age gaps ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as you both are happy. As long as you both are legal and you both are happy. Now, when it gets to be too wide, hey, man, you know, I may look at that and be like, damn, that's kind of crazy. But if they ain't doing nothing illegal, I'm not going to trip about it. I'm on my business. That's them. If those two are happy, who am I to sit there and tell them how they should be dating? You should be dating someone older, your own age. Well, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know this to be true. Y'all know this to be true. Older does not always mean wiser. When you get to be old enough, you come to find out real quick, older women ain't always the best option, man. Some of them are just as bad, if not worse, than younger women when it comes to maturity. So let's not act like older always means better. Some younger people are more mature than their years. A lot of older people out there have yet to really reach full maturity. You do what's best for you. As long as y'all both legal, man, and then no laws being broken, who cares? I really don't care. You're right, man, Ramsey, man. Politically correctness is killing this country, man, for real. Enough of this politically correct stuff. We got to bring back the real. General Bullseye. Yo, what up, boy? Damn, long time no hear from, man. How you been, fam? Marcus says, Shannon is wild for dealing with a 19-year-old. But let's not forget, Bill Belichick is 73 and his girlfriend 24. And people barely say anything about it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a crime when a black man does it, but Bill Belichick, for some reason, people seem to overlook that. He's in his 70s, like you said, Marcus. Come on, man. The girlfriend 24. But again, he's not breaking no laws. Hey, I'm not gonna knock the dude, man. And let's keep it a buck, man. We know what it is. Fair exchanges, no robberies. That's how I look at that. Fair exchange, no robberies. They both know what they're getting into. They both know what they want from each other. She wants his resources. He wants her youth, her fertility, her beauty. It's been that way since the beginning of time. Men of power, men with resources, they're going to go with the best option that they can possibly afford. This ain't nothing new. Why we act so freaking baffled when this happens, man? Like, this ain't nothing new. This been going on. I would know this because when I was 19, 20, I was pulling chicks way older than me. This ain't, younger is more attractive. Older women dig younger men. Older men dig younger women. We all go through those stages in life, man. You get to a point when you're younger, you want to see if you can get older women. Or if you're younger woman, get older men. When you're older, you want to see if you can get that younger chick that's hot in her prime and stuff like that. Most of us, if not all of us, have been through that. But me, like I said already, man, once I get to a certain point in my life, I was like, all right, man, I had my fun. Let me chill. But I'm not doing no freaking 30 years younger. That's just crazy. It's like at that point, you might as well just pay for the box and just keep it moving, man. Don't have no conversation, no nothing. Because what can you talk about? At that freaking point, 30 years, 40 years apart, there ain't nothing to talk about, man. Just lay it out on the table. Hey, here you go. This is what I want. Give it to me, and then we go our separate ways. But other than that, man, bro, you don't got no business talking to somebody that much younger than you. For 30, 40 years, that's crazy. But again, while I think it's weird, you can't tell people how to live. People gonna do what they want to do. Mr. Cruz says, hello, nice to see you again. Yo, Mr. Cruz, what up, man? Thanks for dropping in, family. I appreciate that. Long time no hear from. I know I've been gone for a while, man, but like I told y'all earlier, I just been taking a break from YouTube, man. Going through a lot of stuff, you know. One thing that I pride myself on is that I ain't fake, man. I ain't fake, bro. I can't get on here and act like I'm just, I don't do all of that. So I'm not gonna get on here and put on the front, man. If I feel like I need to take some time away, I'll do that. Because when I give y'all content, I give y'all content from my heart. You know, and I'm not overly emotional to where I gotta post videos every freaking day, letting y'all know what I'm going through every step of the way. But once I feel like I've learned something from my experiences and I'm over that, then I share it with y'all. That's how I get down. So if I need to take a break to do that, then I'll do that. I don't gotta announce it all the time because that's kind of, to me, it's like you're looking for attention. I don't really care about all that. I may say it sometimes, but I'm not every time I'm going through something. I gotta be like, hey, I'm going through this. I gotta take a break. No, I'm just gonna do my thing. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all, God willing. But General Bullseye says, you truly trust in God's timing. You think he wants us to... I'm sorry, General Bullseye. He says, you truly trust in God's timing. You think he also wants us the one too? That's really waiting. Okay, General Bullseye, no offense, man, but I don't really understand I don't really understand your question that much. Maybe it's me. You truly trust in God's timing. You think he also wants us the one too? Does really waiting it out actually pay off? I think so, General Bullseye. I think waiting pays off because you get more time to get to know yourself and you get more in tune with yourself while you're waiting. So then when you find that person, or if you find that person, because not everyone's going to find that person. Let's keep it 100, man. Not everyone's going to find that person. But I think it's important to take time out for yourself and really get to know yourself, because when you do find that person, then there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what you want. You took time enough out with yourself to actually study yourself and know that this is what I want. Like when you go to shop for something, let's say you go shop for shoes, right? You know what you want. Or you go to your favorite restaurant. You got to look at the menu for 30 minutes? No. If you go to your favorite restaurant and you order your favorite meal, you know what you want. It's no question about it. Because you already had it, you experienced it, you already know, I love this food. So when you go there, you already know. Waiter, I don't even need to look at it. This is what I want. So like when you get to spend time with yourself and you actually get to study yourself and whatnot, and you take the time out to like really grow and develop yourself, man, by the time that person comes, you already know. This is what I want. You know how you want this person to be physically, mentally, spiritually, everything. So when you get that, there's no need to sit there and take forever to figure that out, man. You already know. So I think, and then in timing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like God allows us time to ourselves, or he makes a way for us to spend time with ourselves so we can actually get to know ourselves and obviously get to know him. So when you meet that person, you're not just lost in the sauce, man. Because if you're not in tune with yourself, you're not going to know what to do with nobody else. You're not going to know what to do. You can't handle someone else if you can't handle yourself. So if that makes any sense, General Bullseye, Yes. Marcus says, you definitely need to take a break from social media. Social media is the #1 problem out here. Everyone wants to go viral by any means. Facts, man. And I ain't about that, man. I'm not about that. I don't care nothing about going viral. I don't care nothing about being famous. I don't care nothing about any of that, bro. I don't care about money on this freaking channel. I don't even make no money on this channel for real. My money comes from real life. The little bit of money YouTube sends me, that's just freaking, I get snacks with that. I don't care. I don't care, man. You know, so I'm not selling my soul for no freaking money. I'm not selling my soul to go viral or nothing like that. Not happening. You know, and what I realized too is you gotta sell out to be freaking viral nowadays. You can't, people who spit out real talk, man, you're not going viral like that, man. People don't want to hear that nowadays, man. People want to see freaking nonsense and drama and people who loud and talk a lot and yell and curse every freaking 3 words, man. That's what people want to see. How I know this is because that short clip I posted of that guy crashing out of his job, that got like 5 million views. Most of my subscribers from this channel came from that one short clip alone, the negative one that I posted. Now, I thought it was funny, but at the same time, it made me realize that, dang, I got like over 10,000 subs from that one short clip. That was negative. But all my ones that's positive, man, come on, man. People ain't tuning in like that. But that's just what it is. But I don't care. Because that's just what I'm going to do. If I can't speak real, I'd rather not have a YouTube channel. I might be a lot of things, but one thing I'm not is fake. I can't do it. Mr. Cruz says, I'm 25. How young you think would be appropriate for me to date? I'm doing online dating and trying to meet people. However, I still don't know exactly what age range I should be considering with. 25? I mean, as long as at 25, you're still young, man. I mean, if you date an 18-year-old, that's only 7 years. Just make sure they're legal, bro. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man. Make sure they're legal at least. Come on, man. Like 7 years ain't nothing. Like if you did an 18-year-old right now, you may be like, oh, she 18, but that's only 7 years, bro. That's nothing. The older you get, you're not even gonna be thinking about that. I told you, me and my wife are 12 years apart. I'm 40, I'm 42 and she's 30. 7 years ain't nothing. At least make sure she's 18 though. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man. Do not date younger than that, please. Because we don't need no more brothers going down for that nonsense, man. If she's 18 and she's a legal adult, then fine. If you want a little older than that, if it depends on your lifestyle, really. If you want to go out with somebody to like a lounge or whatever the case is, if you're an outgoing person that night, then make sure she's at least 21. If you're not really outgoing like that, you don't really care about going out to no alcoholic establishments, then 19, 20, nothing wrong with that, man. You're only 25, man. You ain't 45 or 50. So 25, you still young, man. Trust me. That's nothing. Dating someone 19, 20 years old. But like I said, man, just make sure she's at least legal, okay? It's when you get up in your like freaking mid to late 30s and 40s where it gets a little weird. You're dating 19-year-olds, right? It's like, damn. I'm 42, and if I was not married, I cannot see myself dating on that. There's no way in hell I could do that. Like 19, bro. Shannon Sharp tripping on that now. I ain't gonna lie. Like 19, bro, damn. Like you can date younger. Ain't nobody knocking you for younger, but 19, bro. She has absolutely no experience, no nothing. That girl is as green as the golf course, bro. Like she got nothing to offer you, man. At 19, nothing. Damn, bro, it's okay to date younger, but damn, at least 25, 30, something. 19? She can't even drink alcohol legally, man. That Laportier he have on his show, he can't even give her none of that. Man, that's crazy work. Shannon tripping on that one, man. But again, it's not illegal, but it's a little wild. But yeah. Mr. Cruz said money is something I'm still trying to get at my job. However, fame is something that I don't understand why some want. Doesn't that mean being attention, or doesn't that mean bring attention to your life and lack of privacy? Facts, man. Yeah. I don't mind money. To hell with fame. I don't want that. I do not want fame. I don't want it. Fame is scary. A lot of us will sit there and say what we will not do, and we judge other celebrities for what they do. But fame is powerful, man. Fame is dangerous, and it's scary. That's a scary place to be. Like, for example, let's use Michael Jordan at his prime, his absolute peak. Can you imagine what it would be like to be that man for a day? When you got everybody in the world knowing who you are. Every bad chick you can think of at your feet. Just at your disposal, pretty much. That's a scary place to be, man. That type of power is scary. A lot of us can sit here and judge celebrities and what they do, but you don't know what you would do when you was in that situation. You don't know what you would do. That's too much, man. That's too much. It's easy to say what you will do when you're not in a situation. Those of us who make 80, 90, 100,000 a year. Oh, if I was in that shoes, I would never do that. You don't know what you would do. You'll probably be doing crazy stuff, if not crazier than that. So, yeah, man. Fame is scary. I don't want that. I'll take as much money as I can make in my lifetime. I do not want fame. Ever. Not that kind of fame. And people following you everywhere you go, man. People filming you when you don't want to be filmed. I'll snap. I ain't gonna lie. I'll punch somebody in the face. I don't want nobody following me and filming me all day. Leave me alone, man. I want to be able to go to the store. Things I used to do. Go to the store, go to the movies, chill out with my wife, and not be bothered. When you got people in your face 24/7 when you go out, I can't do it, man. Others telling you how to live your life and such. Facts, man. Like, and that's the issue with social media, man. Everybody got a freaking opinion nowadays. Everybody got a phone. Everybody got a camera. Everybody has a freaking opinion about how someone else should live their life. When we all got our own things we can work on. Ain't none of us holier than thou now. Let's not get it twisted. Everyone on this planet has something they can work on in their own personal life. But it makes us feel better about ourselves when we can look at someone else's life where they may have fallen short and then make ourselves feel better by criticizing them. Everybody got a freaking opinion nowadays, man. Live your life and stay in your lane. That's why I don't get on here and talk much about people's business. I don't care about talking about Shannon Sharp like that when he was like the hottest topic, when it was first viral. I didn't get on here and talk about that. I don't care. I didn't try to be the first to talk about it. I'm talking about age difference in relationships tonight because I'm using that as an example. But it's like, I'm not digging into that too deep about what I think he should have done and all. Man, Shannon is a grown man. That woman he was dealing with, young woman, very young woman, but she was a young woman. Man, so what, man? Do I believe he's guilty of what he was accused of? No, I don't believe he is. I mean, why would you have to? But again, I'm gonna leave that alone. But yeah, man, everybody got a freaking opinion nowadays about how other people should live their life, and I don't really care about that. General Bullseye says, with social media and being a poison seems to be like a sea of bad apples and little to no good ones left. Facts. Big facts. Yeah, man, I mean, like I said, people care about being first nowadays and being right. And everybody got an opinion nowadays about how other people should live, but like, that's why I took my hiatus from YouTube, man. I was focused more on myself. I'm thinking about how I can be a better person, how I can be a better husband, a better this, a better that. I wasn't worried about what people doing on social media like that, man. That's why I took a break. I ain't worried about nobody else's life and how they want to live it. Even though I may have my opinion, I don't give it that much energy, man, because it's their life. They got to answer for that, not me. Mr. Cruz said, "Will do, sir. My dad says the same thing, to not worry if she's in college or starting out." Yeah. I mean, as long as she is legally allowed to date you, so what? If you're 25 and she's 19, 20, it all depends on how y'all click, man. Because, I mean, like I said earlier, I don't always equate age to wisdom and experience. I mean, you got younger people out there who who were raised correctly. They got their ducks in a row. They know what they want out of life. You know what I'm saying? You being 3, 4, 5 years older than somebody you dating when you're 25, you can date a 19, 20-year-old and you're 25. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. As long as she of age, bro, you good. You only 25, man. You ain't 55. So you are good, bro. Mr. Cruz also says the problem is I asked that question too because so many girls in my own age says that that's gross, or I would be dating a child even though it's a 7-year. You know what? Miss me with that. Not you, Mr. Cruz. I'm talking about the girls who say that. Man, that is so dumb. A child. Again, I get back to what I said earlier. People have lost people seem to have forgotten what a child really is by definition. We've been so brainwashed by society, we just believe what people tell us and we run with that instead of having our own freaking mind. A child, 19 years old, is not a child. That's not a child. It's not a child. 20 years old is not a child. That's not a child. A child, by definition, is one who is yet to reach sexual maturity, which most of us have done by the age of 12 and 13. Now, not saying it's legal to date anyone that age, not saying that either. What I'm saying is that by the time you're 19, 20 years old, you are well beyond sexual maturity. So you are well beyond that stage. So you are not a child. Where the hell this came from? Like, not you. I'm sorry. I ain't spazzing out on you, Mr. Cruz. It just pisses me off when people talk like that. Because when I was 18, I was not treated like a child. I'm 42. When I was 18, I was treated like a grown-ass man. Ain't no bunch of coddling no more. My dad, at the time, when I was 18, he didn't pay all the bills, and I didn't have to do nothing, and he was coddling me like I was his little boy, nothing like that. When I was 18, I had to have a job or be in college or be doing something. If I was going to be living there, which I was at the time when I was 18, he was like, all right, you're 18, you a man now. Hey, pay this light bill, pay this phone bill. The food you eat right now is going to be food that you pay for. I'm not paying for your food no more. You can live here, but as far as the freaking taking care of everything for you, I'm not doing that. He treated me like a man. Thankfully, at the time, I was glad he didn't make me pay no rent, but he made me pay bills, phone bill, water bill, whatever the case. And whatever I ate in that house at that point, but from the time I turned 18, it's the food that I paid for because he wasn't going to pay his hard-earned money to feed adults, my sister and I. This whole child stuff just cracks me up, man. What are we talking about? 10? 11? That's a child. That's a child. 19 is not a child. And if you don't like what I said, then get the hell off my channel. We ain't doing that. I don't care if you feel some type of way about that. It is what it is. 19 is a legal adult. 20 is a legal adult. They're not children. So stop it. God, now stop this nonsense, man. I'm tired of that shit, man. Sorry, I don't mean to use the French on that, man. But damn, it's just so frustrating to hear that. This is why society got so soft, man, because people are freaking talking about young adults now like they're children and not children. Now these younger adults now have the mentality of children because society keeps coddling them. How are you going to grow up if you keep being told you're a child, you're a child, you're a child? When are you going to grow up then? At what point do you grow up if at 19 you're still considered a child? When do you grow up? When do you put away childish things? If 19 is still a freaking child. Now, but here on the flip side, let's flip this around now. On the flip side, when you're 19, if you commit a felonious crime, do you go to juvenile jail at 19? Do you go where the juveniles go? No, you go to prison. We're grown-ass men and women. So you are not a child at that age. That's not a child. I'm in the military. I serve people who are half my freaking age. I'm 42. I serve with 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 19-year-olds. They're not children. We don't treat them like children either. They're old enough to die for their country. That's not a child. Sorry, y'all, if I went on a rant there, man. I just get so passionate about that because it just makes me sick when I hear that. They may be inexperienced, but that's not a child. And see, the thing about that also, Mr. Cruz, man, is that a lot of women who say that are only bitter because the men their age ain't going after them. They're going after the younger women who are more attractive and who are more probably susceptible to actually taking instruction and stuff like that. So that's only a guilt trip that women that's older say that, oh, you dating children. That's not a child, bro. Stop it. They just mad because they missed their time. When they was out there, when these older women were out at 18, 19, they were out there chasing the older guys and they got themselves hurt or they ended up alone in the end. So then when they get older, they want to guilt trip guys into thinking that, oh, they dating a child because the girl is 20 years old. That's not a child, man. Like when these older women were that age, they were doing the same thing. And I've seen it all my life. So I don't want nobody coming through here telling me that I'm wrong because I've seen it 100 million times. They're only saying that because they're bitter because they still don't have anybody and they're older. So that whole bunch of you dating a child nonsense, if she is at least 18, 19, 20 years old and you're 25, you ain't doing nothing wrong, man. So forget what they're talking about, all right? I mean, how many freaking school teachers we seen that got impregnated by 13, 14-year-old boys? Do we say anything about that? Do we comment on, do these same women who got the energy for these guys who date younger women, where they at when these older women, you know what I'm saying, mess around with their freaking students in school? 13, 14 years old. Where these same women at? Do they have the same energy for those older women that do that type of stuff? I don't see women being called creeps for that. Women get a slap on the wrist. Man, that's nonsense. My wife is there. She says, not legal to drink, but legal to marry. Facts. Hey, they still grown by society standards, though. That's crazy, though. You're not legal to drink, but you can marry. Hey, I didn't make the rules, though. It is what it is. So you can marry and have kids and all of that. You still can't drink until you're 21 years old. Crazy work. Mr. Cruz says, the only thing of fame that I can see why people would be like this is the whole immortality thing or kind of thing. Your name being remembered and not forgotten. Man. Remembered for what, though? Remembered for what? Like, what did they actually contribute to society? Remembered for what? I mean, did they impact society in a positive way? Or did they lead society further and further into the hell we're already in? So, remembered for what? You know, nothing really matters in this life, man, except what you do for the Lord. I mean, all the other stuff, yeah, it may seem cool, maybe entertaining, this, and that, and the third, but I mean, it's not really going to matter when you die. You know, what really matters is who you touched in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? The people that you left a good impression on, you know, that's the stuff that really matters. You know, yeah. That's just how I look at it, man. You know, a lot of these celebrities who are so-called famous and they reached this immortality status and stuff like that. It's like they sold their souls, man. A lot of them don't even know who they are anymore, you know. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but that's a topic for another day. But yeah, I know there's some people whose name are recognized. They're still given the privacy. They're still given that privacy on their life. Surprises me, but it is possible. Oh, one for me, I think, is like Denzel Washington. Like, he's a big name, but like he's a very private guy. Like, you don't really see Denzel like that, you know, in the media is making headlines for all kind of crazy stuff. Like, I only see Denzel when like he's dropping a movie or something like that. Other than that, he stays out of the way. But that's very few people, man. Very few people that are like that. You know, that's why I always was a fan of his movies, because he got this mystique about him. You don't see Denzel and, you know, in the streets doing all kind of nonsense. You know, it's not very common though. It's possible, but it's not very common. General Bullseye says, I don't get any issue with the older women having knowledge and stuff, but I like to teach her some things and have her rely on me like a teacher on or guide. That's just a preference. Is that wrong? No, I don't think that's wrong. I think that's just your natural mindset as a man to want that. Whether she's older than you or not, you would want to have her rely on you for something. You know, that makes you feel needed as a man. It makes you feel like it makes you feel fulfilled as a man, you know, whether she's old, because no, I don't care how much older she is than you. I mean, gender rules, man. You know, I mean, as a man, you should be able to teach her something, whether she's older than you or not. You know, you got a little experience, you should be able to teach her a little something. I mean, women are attracted to that, no matter what age they are. Younger, older, women want a man who they can learn from. So that's not wrong, General Bullseye. Mr. Cruz says, it's all right, dude. And to be honest, my dad joined at 17 at the Marine Corps. He had to push a wheelbarrow filled of human feces as punishment. Damn. Damn, that is crazy. Wow. Different times, huh? Boy, oh man, that's crazy. Human feces at that, not animal feces. Human feces, you gotta push that around. Whew, man, I don't know, but that I could have done that, man. That's salute to your pops, man. If he went through that and got it done, boy, I couldn't do it. He also says, Mr. Cruz also says, it's mainly modern young adult girls calling 18 to 20 a child. Again, people seem to have forgotten what that is. I don't care if you're watching this and you do not agree. I do not care. You can leave the freaking live. I don't care. A child is one who has not reached sexual maturity by definition. I'm calling it what it is. I'm not saying that they should be dating somebody freaking 40 years older than them. All I'm saying is that it's not a child. That's all I'm saying. Dang, when I was 18, I was well aware of right and wrong when I was 18. So I don't know where this child stuff come from. We were not called that when I was 18. At least where I'm from. I don't know. We were not called that when I was 18 years old. When you were 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, you were considered a man. Still got a lot to learn, but you crossed that barrier. You're a man now. Ain't no going back to being a child. Once you're done being a child, you are done being a child forever. You don't get to go back to being a child again in life. You become a man, then an old man, and then you die. Ain't no going back to being no child. Being a child is over with once you done hit puberty and you done, you know what I'm saying, of legal age and stuff like that. Ain't no going back. So this whole child stuff just kind of, it just baffles me. Mr. Cruz says, Gordon Ramsay met his wife when she was 18 and he was 27. That's how come she was able to have her sixth child last year, even though he's mid-50s now. Man, let me tell y'all something. My grandparents on my stepdad's side are 21 years apart. My grandfather was 51 and my grandmother was 30 years old when they had my stepdad. 51 and 30. Back then, they didn't trip about stuff like that. Like, my grandma was 30 years old. She was a grown woman. That stuff ain't nothing new, man. That been going on. All this bunch of the age difference stuff, man. People need to get over that. Like, what is this, high school? Like, that's what you do in high school. People that you in high school with, they're like 2 and 3 years apart from each other. Once you're in the real world now, you're going to meet people that's 5, 10, 15 years older than you. And you like what you like. As long as you two are two consenting adults, who gives a damn what y'all, who cares? I don't care, man. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. Like, only time I kind of look at it sideways if it's like way too big of a gap, but like 40, 50. But other than, man, who cares, man? At the end of the day, it don't make me lose no sleep at night. It's like, if they are two consenting adults, that's their life. It ain't got nothing to do with me at all. I mind my business. It has nothing to do with me. It does not make me angry, nothing. Even though I may look at it and be like, damn, that's crazy, but so what? That's their life. No one's being forced. You know, they're, like I said, they're two consenting adults. Why people spend so much time and energy into something that really it's not going to change no matter what they think about it. No matter how you feel, to hell with your feelings. The law is the law, and it's not going to change because of how you feel. If someone is 20, 21 years old, and they date somebody that's 40, so what? What they got to do with you? If they love each other, so what? People need to learn to mind their freaking business. That's what it really is, man. No one's being forced. They doing what they want to do. They're two legal, consenting adults. Let people do what they do. You know, all this bunch of talk of, oh, what they be saying now? They be like, oh, he's if it's an older person dating a much younger person, what they say, they be like, what's the term? Oh man, I forgot the freaking term, man. It's gonna mess with my head now. I'll get back to that in a second, y'all. But yeah, man, it's like, what's the term? Oh man, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't stop thinking about it now. He's molding her. Y'all help me out with that. They be like, oh, he's molding her, or he's doing this and doing like. Do younger men get this same kind of treatment when it's older women? What happened to the younger men who date older women. Do they get talked about like this? Are older women accused of that type of stuff? Or is it just the older men? Crazy, man. Oh, I know the term, y'all. My bad. Grooming. That's the term they use. He's grooming her. And then she's a freaking adult. How you gonna groom an adult? Help me understand that. Once she's of legal age, and the thing is, this is why parents are so important, right? Now, it sucks when this younger person did not have proper guidance and they just thrown out to the wolves and saying things like that and get taken advantage of by someone much older than them. That's unfortunate, but it happens, right? You know, the wolves out there in the world, they prey on the young. That's what nature teaches us. If you watch lions hunt, they don't hunt the strong buffalo. They hunt the sick buffalo or the young buffalo. They hunt those who are vulnerable. That's the world we live in. That's a perfect reflection of the world we live in. Older guys out there, they prey on the weak. That's in that mindset. They want to prey on the weak. But that's why it's important that's why parents are so important, because it's your job as a parent to teach your child the way that they should go, the ways of the world, the way people are. And so hopefully by the time they reach 18 years old, from the time of birth until 18, that's 18 years you had to train that child, man or woman. So by the time they reach that age, they should know what to look out for and what to dodge. But a lot of times you got absent fathers and stuff like that, and these young adults are kind of left out to the wolves. They don't really know what to avoid, and they get caught up with these people, and they get taken advantage of, and sometimes it's an unfortunate situation. But this is why parents is so important. Once that young adult reaches 18, 19 years old, whatever, man, you can still continue to show them the way and show them wisdom. But at that point, they're going to make their own choices. And there's nothing you really can do about that. That's just what it is. You can just hope that what you instilled in them, they take with them when they get older. This world do not care about your kids. If you're from the hood, you know that. We talking about legal age, but if you from the hood, man, you seen older guys coming after them girls when they freaking 14, 15 all the time. Let's keep it a buck, man. But that's why, like I said, parents are so important. Marcus says, hey, Mike, I'm out here about to get back to work. Have a good night and be safe. Yo, Marcus, man, I'm sorry. I've been writing a lot, man, but you too, my man. Much love to you, bro. Be safe, all right? I'll holler at you. Mr. Cruz says, do you have any good shake smoothie recipes for high fiber protein? Maybe, yeah, but I'll probably share those in like another video or so. Maybe my short clips I'll post what I use in my in my smoothies and stuff like that. But one of my main favorites, Mr. Cruz, is spinach. I take like a couple handfuls of spinach, a whole banana, half an avocado, and I'll do like a little the tasteless fiber, like the fiber powder supplement. I'll put some of that in there to kind of add more fiber to keep me regular and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's one of my favorite smoothies. All right, and then of course I'll get to sharing more recipes with you guys on like my short clips and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks for mentioning that, because I do like to share different aspects of my life, not just coming on here and just talking, but I like to share different aspects of my life as well. So that's one of them that I can definitely share with y'all. So I'll definitely start posting stuff like that, of what I put in my smoothies and things like that. All right, so yeah, for sure. He also says, been making high fiber shakes because 95% of Americans don't get theirs. That's why toilet habits aren't very good. Facts. People don't poop enough, man. Gotta poop, bro. Natosha says grooming. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I got myself together when I was thinking of that word, man. But yeah, grooming is what I was talking about. It's a word. It's a moral code I follow to not date anyone older by 2 or more. It's just morally wrong. Okay. I mean, that's man. When you, I was gonna say, I mean, that's cool, and you do you, man. I ain't telling you how to live your life, but all I will say is that when you have that narrow of a gap between you and the person you want to be with, again, you do what you want to do, but it's kind of it's slimmer pickings. It's like be more realistic, man. It's like you mean to tell me if you meet an amazing person, right? Let's say, for example, for conversation's sake, let's say you 30 years old, right? Say you 30. You meet an amazing, I'm talking about amazing, beautiful young woman, 23 years old, 24 years old. She is gorgeous. She got her head on straight. She's not out here in these streets, nothing like that. She's been raised right, got a good head. Good head on good head on her shoulders. She's got good conversation, educated, all et cetera, et cetera. You're gonna pass her up because you're 7 years older than her. She's 23 and you're 30. Oh, you gotta be within 2 years. It's like, listen, you do you, man. But I'm just saying that's kind of wild. I mean, some things you don't have no control over, man. Like who you love, who you attracted to. Now, if you kind of find out this person is way younger than maybe you would probably want, then cool. Yeah, I get that. But if it's not unreasonable, I mean, because you don't never know what life gonna throw at you, man. That's all I'm saying. You don't never know what life gonna throw at you. Ain't no guarantee the person you're gonna meet that you feel is ideal for you is gonna be exactly 2 years younger than you or less. I mean, the only time that matters is when you're like 18. Now, that's a tricky stage of life, man. When you're like 18 years old, 19, that's kind of tricky because 2 years, 3 years at that age, that's kind of a lot. But once you like 24, 25, 26, and we talking a few years, that ain't, or 4 or 5, that ain't nothing. 4 years and you 26 and she's 22, that ain't nothing. Now, if you 18 and she's freaking 12, then that's a big problem. So it just depends on where you at in your life in terms of age, man. But if you're a little older and you're talking, you can, widen the road a little bit. No, I mean younger, not older. My damn it. Okay, well, General Bullseye, how old are you? Let me ask you that first before I say anything else. How old are you? Oh, I hope you guys don't mind. So I'm kind of socially sipping on my Crown Royal tonight. My wife got me for my birthday just passed. My birthday was on Friday. For those of you guys who don't know. So I got a little Crown Vanilla. I'm just gradually sipping on a little bit of this tonight as I'm having a conversation with you guys. Gentleman's glass, you feel me? Oh, yeah, okay. Now it makes sense. See, and that goes back to my point earlier. It depends on where you at in life. So if you like 18, 19 a year, then that's a lot. You don't want to go to jail for a couple years. Now you're 25 and she's 22 and you're like, oh, I can't date her because she's 22. Like, bro, you're 25. Stop it. Date that woman, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, I've heard things like that. Of course, I'm sure some of you guys have too. I've seen things like that, man. It's like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? Like, there was this one dude I knew. He was like in the military. He was like 27 and he met this young woman who was like 21. He's 27, she's 21. And he's like, I'm 6 years older than her. You think I'm too old? I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? 6 years? What are we talking about, man? That's crazy. 21, 27. Man, you don't get with that girl, man. Quit playing, man. Get out my face. Ain't nobody got time for this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? But yeah. Some people trip so hard, man. Like, this is not high school. In high school, everybody is 3 or 4 years apart. That's everybody. Once you're in the real world, again, as an adult, like you 25, 30 years old, you might meet somebody, when you're 30, you might meet somebody who's 40, 45 that you may like. You like who you like. Nobody cares. Once you get to a certain stage in your life, nobody cares about all that age stuff, man. That's for kids, man. Nobody got time for that. I mean, once you're in the real world as a real adult, 5, 10-year difference ain't nothing. You like who you like. General Bullseye says, the issue is I'm stuck in school in my last year and I'm surrounded by people less than 3 years or 2 years younger. I'm sort of stuck till I'm out in the real world. Yeah, that's a tough stage in life, man. 19 is kind of tough because you really can't go much younger than that unless you date somebody exactly your age or maybe 18. And it's hard to find, especially these times we're living in, it's hard to find a 19-year-old or 18-year-old, I'm sure, that's probably suitable for dating because a lot of them at that age now in the time we're living in are kind of wild and stuff like that. Yeah, 19 is a tough age because you don't really have it together yet either to be dating someone older than you that might have a little bit more than you, have this stuff together. You know, so it's tough to date your age because a lot of those girls in nowadays time ain't really ready for that yet. And at the same time, older women ain't gonna take you serious either. so that's a tough place to be. You know, I've been there. You know, women don't really start taking you serious until you're about around 30. A lot of times when you out there trying to find the right one, you know, because a lot of times these younger women are dating older guys because the older guys got their stuff together. I'm telling you, man, like I would know because I've been there. When I was 33, 34, 35, I dated 22, 23, 24-year-old women when I was 35. I dated women who was like 23, 24. They were looking for the older guys. They ain't looking for no guys around their age because them guys ain't got nothing. I'm gonna keep it in the buck, man. That's just what it is. Like I told you earlier about girls when y'all was in school. Them girls ain't been dating a lot of guys in high school. The fine girls that y'all really wanted in high school, they were dating guys who was like 23, 24 who had the cars and the money and the grills and stuff like that. That's who they was dating. And I understood that the more I got older. It's like, damn, now I see what it was going on the whole time. You know? I mean, it's just real. Do you think finances is more important than looks, muscles versus financial stability? Yeah, I think finance is more important than looks because listen, we listen, man. We've seen throughout history, women do not care about looks the way y'all think they do. I'm telling y'all. They don't care about that the way y'all think they do. If you think that they care about looks more than money, how was Biggie Smalls able to pull so many bad chicks? How's Kevin Hart able to pull so many bad chicks? Kevin Hart is like 5'2". Come on, bro. Let's keep it 100, man. If Kevin Hart was not Kevin Hart, do you think he would have been getting the women he get? He got that bag, though. Women don't care about looks, man, when you got money. If it was really about looks, they wouldn't care about how much money you got. These guys are able to pull these women that they got because they got the bag, man. Women can say what they want to say, but you got that money, you got long money, all that goes out the window. They don't care about height. They don't care about looks when you got money. Money's the great equalizer, man. So I would say no. Um, finances is yeah. I think yeah, looks is not more important than finances. Cause your looks gonna fade. Let's keep it a buck, man. Your looks are eventually gonna fade. What do you have left? Mr. Cruz says, that kind of sucks though. The idea of your woman liking you for money mostly and not character and such. Well, here's the thing, Mr. Cruz. You can have good character and your woman can like you for your character and everything like that, but let's be 100, man. Character does not pay the bills. Money does. Women are not gonna love you like your mother do. Your mother cares for your survival. Women that you date care for their survival. They're not going to date a man who can't take care of them. That's just real. Men are not going to get the love, man. We don't get no love like that. It is what it is. Your character can be top notch. You can have all, the smarts and stuff like that, but I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time. In most cases now, I'm not saying all women are like this, but in most cases, if you don't have what it takes to take care of that woman financially, man, she's not going to be there long. Character, unfortunately, does not pay the bills. That's just what it is. You can have great character and all that, but you got to make a little bit of money too. Not saying you got to be rich. You don't got to be rich, man. But you got to at least be able to take care of that woman, and it takes money to do that. And women, let's keep it 100, man. Like women, I can't blame women for that. Can women really be blamed for wanting a man with a little bit of money? Not saying that she gotta want a man who got all the money and being a billionaire, nothing like that. But if I was a woman, man, I'd want a guy with money too. Let's keep it. Come on, man. You want a man who got a little bit of something? Shit, like you want to go to dinner or a movie or whatever the case is. You want a man who can take you somewhere. Not saying he got to be rich, but damn, like do something for you, pay the bills, and make sure you good, taken care of. Who wouldn't want that? So I mean, yeah, you can be a stand-up dude and all of that, and you got some women out there who rock with you, even though you might be broke, but that's very few women who can rock with you like that for life, man. At some point, most women gonna get tired of your ass, man. They gonna want a man with a little bit of change in his pocket, man. You're gonna have to have a little bit of money to keep her around. Your looks may attract her, but if you ain't got no money, boy, it's gonna be hard to keep her, boy. You better have a hell of a lot of character that she just cannot get away from. It's that intoxicating that she don't care about money, but most women gonna care about money, man. A little bit of money. Not saying that money's the end-all, be-all for all women, but all women, whether they admit it or not, want a man with a little bit of something. A little bit of something. Just a little bit. Gotta have a little something, man. General Bullseye says, I'm the oldest in the group, and I got the mentality of an older person. You can call me an old soul by default. Hey, man, that's the best way to be, man. I got told the same thing a lot of times that, I remind people of an older person. I've always been that way because I've always talked to older people. I didn't really hang around people much younger than me when I was younger. I had a few younger friends, but most of the folks I interacted with were much older than me. Like I told you guys, I love talking to older people. That's where I got a lot of my, my knowledge from. The little bit of wisdom I did gain over the years, I got that from older people, man. I love older people, man. So, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, General Bullseye. Mr. Cruz says, my dad says it's security and outcomes they look for. Facts. 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 They want security. Because think about it from a woman's perspective, right? When you get with a woman, let's say you meet a woman that's like ideal for you. She's pretty, curvy, all the stuff. You think to yourself, I got to have this woman, right? This is who I see myself growing old with, right? Now, you seeing that based off her looks. She can be beautiful, fit, firm, all this other stuff. Nice rack, curvy hips. You looking at that and just running with it. She's looking at you from a perspective of, okay, if I get pregnant from this guy, is he gonna be able to look, hold me down? Because you gotta think, man, when women get pregnant, they got a commission for like 9 months plus. So if you're a woman, would you want to be with a broke dude who can't do nothing for you? Who got to struggle every time? Like, struggle is cool for a little while. A woman don't mind struggling with you for a little while if she love you, but that's not gonna last forever, man. At some point, she could be looking at you like, damn, dude. Like, I love you and all, but when are you gonna get it together? I'm tired of being at the bottom. I'm tired of living this way. Like when are we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're always going to demand the best out of you. A matter of fact, a good woman will do that. And I think as a man, you should be grateful for a woman who pushes you to be your very best. Because if you don't have a woman who pushes you to be your very best, you don't got the right woman. If that woman is not pushing you to be your very best and to do your very best in life, you don't got the right woman. The woman you're with should be pushing you to be your very best. To earn as much as you possibly can, because when you gone, she got to be taken care of. She's giving her life to you. She's giving you her body and allowing you to put a baby in her. You should want to take good care of that woman. You should want to leave her with something. Not just struggle your whole life and then you die and then she just left still at the bottom. Like, come on, man. Like, women cannot be blamed for wanting a guy. Now, we ain't talking about gold diggers now. Let's get that clear. We're not talking about gold diggers. The women who out there is looking for the next freaking come up or the billionaire or nothing like that who they can run a lick on. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about women who just want a man who got something. They can't be blamed for that. That's their nature. They cannot be blamed for that. And I don't fault women for wanting a guy who got a little bit of something. Now, we're talking about women who got, we ain't talking about, like I said, again, women who have unrealistic expectations. Who just like, oh, I want a man who makes $5 million a year. He's 6'5" and muscles up to his neck and all this stuff. And it's like, yo, come on, man. Like, now you're being a little bit, now you're being ridiculous, man. But yeah, man, women should want a man with something. And I think you should be, as a man, you should want a woman who's pushing you to be your very best. Not one who's gonna sit there and let you sit around and play video games and smoke weed all day or whatever that you like to do, drink, and you ain't doing nothing. If she ain't pushing you to be your best, doing what you do, you do not have the right woman. Trust me. Mr. Cruz says, I'm guessing that stereotype is where it comes from. The husband not being well groomed, broken teeth overnight, gray hair, and his wife is the complete opposite, well groomed, younger, and such. Yeah. I mean, so is that a good match? Come on now. She's only there for a matter of time, and then she's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, that's it. I'm out. I gotta do something else." General Bullseye says, "Looks are just temporary. I'd be with the girl that no looks but has a heart. I love a heart more than looks." Yeah, of course. The heart is more important. But General Bullseye, it does not hurt to have somebody who's easy on the eyes now. Let's keep it a buck now. the heart is more important. The soul is more important than looks. Because the soul of a person is what you got to deal with for the rest of your life. But you also want somebody you can at least look at, man. Like, let's be real. Like, you don't want some freaking, saber-toothed tiger looking chick with a good heart. Yeah, she can have a good heart, but like, you can't be looking at her and be like, God damn, like, I just can't do it, bro. Like, you gotta have somebody that's at least easy on your eyes. You can look at them. Not saying you gotta be freaking a dime piece, but somebody you can at least look at without your stomach turning. So let's not act like looks don't matter a little bit, but they should not trump the inner characteristics of a person. Like me, like I'll tell y'all for like example myself, man. Like I don't like dime pieces. I do not like dimes. I don't. I dated maybe a couple of dimes in my life. I'm talking about like a real dime when I was younger. I dated a couple of dimes. I can't stand them. Like, not saying all dimes are like this. They're not. But the ones I experienced, headaches, bro. Like, nobody got time for all that, man. They just out there trying to, get done up and doled up every time. Got everybody looking at them, and you got to sit there and have these staring contests with guys from across the restaurant because they want your chick and all. That's too much, man. I don't want all that. I don't like all that. Your chick got the biggest booty and she got this and that. Every guy want her, man. Even the guys who married looking at your woman. I don't like all that. It's just too much. Because you constantly gotta check dudes and looking at them like you ain't scared of them because they're looking at you like they want to take your chick. Is too much, man. And then a lot of these dime pieces, they know that. They know dudes want them, so a lot of times they just not gonna have the respect that they should have. Not saying all of them are like this, but they just know that I can have any guy I want, so I don't gotta listen to you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them just, they got too much going on, man. So I like an attractive woman. I've always liked an attractive woman, but not too much to where it's like just getting me attention I don't want. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm good with a 7, man. I'm good with a 7 or an 8. I do not like dimes. Dimes are just too much. Mr. Cruz says, to be honest, I would feel the same as a dude as well. If I'm roommates with a friend who keeps fucking things up all the time, pulling us down, I'd be pissed. Absolutely. You guys excuse me. I'll be right back. Let me just grab my glasses. I'm having a hard time like seeing y'all's comments, and y'all know I'm farsighted, so bear with me. I'll be right back, okay? All right, I'm back. Oh my goodness, that's much better. Man, I was like having a trouble seeing y'all's comments, man. But yeah. So what else we got, y'all? I've been online for a while. Yo, if y'all in the chat, man, please do me a favor, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. And if you want to go ahead and get out the chat because you don't want to hit the like button, please, exactly. See, we got one that did it. Yeah, go ahead and leave if you can. Hit the like button and support the channel, man. Support the video. But if you like the video and you want to show some support, man, please hit the like button, all right? But anyway, what else we got, y'all? Who's still in the chat? Okay. Oh, Mr. Cruz says, what does the like button do? Okay, so the like button, it basically pushes up videos in the algorithm. So like, for instance, right? I know that my videos are shadow banned by YouTube because I talk real stuff. I'm not I'm not one of those people who want to go viral. I don't talk crazy on YouTube and I don't do all that wild stuff, right? So what YouTube does is that when you're not that kind of channel who promotes the stuff they want you to promote, they kind of put your videos off, they kind of put your videos, off to the side, and your videos don't really gain a lot of attention. But with likes, what it does is it says basically to YouTube, to hell with what YouTube says, we like this video, so YouTube has no choice but to push the video out because people like the video. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So instead of YouTube being able to say, oh yeah, we can just shove this video in the archives, nobody gonna ever see it, by you guys supporting the video by hitting the like button, it shows YouTube that, hey, we rocking with this video, and YouTube pushes it out. That's why I ask you guys kindly to hit the like button. It's not because I want attention or because it makes me feel better about myself. It does not. I don't care. It's because, you guys who rock with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just really lets me know you guys really dig the content, and helps the videos get out there to people who need to see it, who may want to see it. So if that makes any sense, Mr. Cruz. Trust me, I don't go to sleep at night thinking about who hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things, man. If you rock with me, you rock with the channel. Why not? It's free. You feel me? I don't get on here asking y'all to donate this and donate that all the time, and send me something on my Cash App, and I don't do all that stuff, man. I chop it up with y'all for little to no money. So I would like to think hitting the like button should be something that people wouldn't mind doing if they really rock with you. I often hear different terms for the word politically correct. What is your definition for it? And what is something you see my generation do, Gen Z, that you find unacceptable? I mean, politically correct just basically means, like, you just want to be accepted by people, man. You want to say what sounds good to everybody else. Like, you're scared to have your own mind. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I noticed about this generation. Is like when you have your own opinion about something, people want to bash you for having a difference of opinion. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Cruz. Out of 7 billion people in the world, or how many people there are, right? Does anybody have your exact same fingerprints? Nobody does, right? So out of billions of people in the world, no one having the exact same fingerprints. We're all different in that area. We're all different in our own way. Why can we not all have our own mind? People these days want you to have the opinion of the general public. Once you speak different than everybody else or the majority, everybody looks at you like you crazy. Oh, something's wrong with that person because they're not speaking like us. They're not thinking like us. And you got a lot of folks who are afraid to speak their own mind because of what society may think about them. That's politically correct. I'm not politically correct. I don't care. I'm going to have my own mind. I'm going to say what I want to say. And people can either accept it or reject it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to have my own mind. I'm not going to think the way people want me to think. I'm just going to speak the real. Like I told y'all, man, I speak on what I've seen in my life. I don't get on here and just talk shit. I get on here and I speak from what I've seen. So nobody can tell me, oh, you're wrong or you're crazy. I'm not crazy because I've seen it dozens of times. I'm 42 years old. You think I got time to get on here and make stuff up? Not talking to you personally, Mr. Cruz. I'm just saying, generally speaking, I don't have time for that. I don't mind taking a hiatus from YouTube. I don't showing y'all that. I don't care to get on here every single day and be seen by everybody. I got better things to do with my time. I love fishing. I love going out with my wife. I love doing other things than getting on YouTube and getting in y'all face every day to talk nonsense. So, yeah, man. Yeah. If that makes any sense at all, Mr. Cruz, I'm just not like that. I don't care about being liked by everybody, because when I look at myself in the mirror, when I go to sleep at night, I got to be at peace with who I am, and knowing that what I say, what I feel is from my own being. I'm not going to sit there and think what nobody wants me to think and say what nobody wants me to say, And if I get penalized for it, if I get freaking shadow banned because of it, then I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about being liked, man. Like, that's just real. You don't like me, and then don't watch. Not you, Mr. Cruz. I'm sorry, not you. I'm not talking to you specifically. I'm just saying that's how I feel about people in general. That's why I tell y'all all the time about, like, coworkers and being friends and stuff like that. Like, stop trying to be liked by everybody, man. Just be yourself. Who's for you is gonna be for you, and who's not for you is not gonna be for you. Being politically correct ain't it, man. I don't like that. Now, people say, getting back to my point earlier about the politically correct thing to say is that, 19 years old is a child. And I sit there and tell y'all, no, it's not a child. It's not. When I was 19, I was well aware of what the hell right and wrong was. I mean, what this crap about children came from? Now, when I was 19, was I as smart then as I am now? Or as wise then as I am now? No, I was not. But I was not a dummy either. I knew what the hell I was doing at 19. I got a lot of training in my formative years to know what I was doing by the age of 19. So this whole child stuff at 19 is crazy to me. So in that way, I'm not politically correct. I'm in the military, and I do not treat the younger 19-year-old sailors in the Navy like children. I don't do that. You join the military, I'm going to treat you like an adult. That's what you want, right? That's what these young people say they want. They're quick to call themselves a grown man because they got hair on their nuts. I'm going to treat you like a grown man. You're 19 years old. You're not a child no more. You're a man. I'm going to treat you like that. You got to learn. You got to learn sometime. That's how I think in the military. And it's not going to change for nobody. Mr. Cruz says, nope, nobody is me. I got my own DNA, and I understand with what you mean on you being you and such. Facts, man. Yeah. Mr. Cruz says, I guess my fear with political correctness is saying something offensive in the sense I get in trouble or end up saying something that actually is offensive. Mr. Cruz, let me say this, right? Before I say what I'm going to say, let me ask you something, Mr. Cruz. You believe in Jesus? You believe in Jesus? Just yes or no, right? Once you answer that, then I'm going to get back. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Okay, Mr. Cruz, you say, yes, sir, I believe. All right, so do you think Jesus was politically correct? Do you think that the things he said rubbed everybody the right way? When they try to stone him, do you think he's being politically correct? Jesus, the Bible says, he spoke as one having authority. He was not a punk. He was not politically correct. He spoke the truth. He spoke the word of God. He was not talking the way the Pharisees wanted him to speak. And when people wanted him to saying the things people wanted him to say, he was not politically correct. That's why he was so hated by some people. They want him crucified because he spoke nothing but the truth. And yeah, that's why, like, I learned, like, man, I ain't perfect. I'm not claiming to be perfect at all. Not claiming to be perfect. But one thing I believe in is when I read that, I said, okay, that taught me right there. When I read that about Christ, I don't gotta be, man, I'm gonna say what I feel is in my heart is right. I'm not gonna freaking back down for nobody who want me to speak a certain way. I don't care. They don't like me, so what? Truth is truth, and truth hurts people. Truth hurts people. Lies make people feel better. Sugar-coated lies make people feel better. And we live in this freaking pretend world in our minds, like this stuff that I'm talking about don't really exist and go on. We can pretend all we want to, man, but truth is truth. So that's why I don't care about being politically correct. And and then the thing is, Mr. Cruz, man, it's not everybody gonna like you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can never please everybody, man. And that's one thing. That's another thing I learned in life that made me more careless about worrying about what people thought about me. Is once I got to be older, I realized when I reflect on my life, it's like, yo, man, when you try to be nice and get along with everybody, did everybody like you? No. When you try to be politically correct and get along and say what everybody wanted you to say, did everybody like you then? No. So why not just be true to yourself? Be true to the Most High, man. Like, who cares about some people not liking you? That's an unattainable feat anyway. Yeah, I mean, and sometimes, unfortunately, Mr. Cruz, not being politically correct will get you in trouble with this world. Some people may want to cancel you because you're not politically correct or whatever. You don't say what the vast majority want you to say or what they may think. That's what comes with it. That's what comes with it. I don't care to be politically correct, man. I don't care to think the way everybody else want to think. Like, everybody got to have the same mind? Everybody? Like, like, for example, right? Let's just use sports as an example. When you ask the average person who they think is the greatest basketball player of all time, what they say? Michael Jordan. When you ask the average person who they think the greatest boxer to ever live, most people say Muhammad Ali, right? Muhammad Ali. Now, that's what the vast majority thinks. But if you have somebody who comes along and say, I don't think Jordan was the greatest basketball player of all time. I think it was Kobe, or I think it was Will Chamberlain or Dr. J. And people look at you crazy like, yo, but you got to stand on that. I don't think Muhammad Ali was the greatest boxer of all time. I think it was Mike Tyson, or I think it was Floyd Mayweather. You don't think it was Ali? Oh my goodness. And people have a freaking aneurysm because you don't agree with them. If that's what you believe, then stand on that. You know what I'm saying? You might have to get some backlash and stuff like that from that, but if that's what you believe, stand on it. You're not going to think like everybody else. Not everybody else is going to think like you. And it's going to come, people may call you, oh, you crazy, man. Blah, blah, blah. Jordan's the greatest. But if you firmly believe that Kobe was better, or LeBron is better, or Dr. J, or whoever you think was better, that is your belief. Stand on that. People, one thing that pisses me off, like that I hate, is when I express something that I truly believe, and then you got some folks who acting so flabbergasted, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, man, relax. I don't care how animated you get. That's what I believe. So you can calm down, fam. Like, I'm not gonna do all of that. Like you can chill with all a bunch of acting like I'm crazy because I believe something different than you. It's what I believe. Is what I believe. I'm different. We two different people. Just because the general consensus is that this person here is the best and that and the third, not everyone's gonna think like that. There's 6 billion, 7 billion people, however many people are in the world. Not everyone's gonna have the same opinion. Not everyone's gonna have the same beliefs, man. And we gotta be able to respect each other, even if we don't like what they say, and respect the next person's opinion. Respect it. You don't gotta like it, respect it. Like, okay, that's how you feel. Cool. You're entitled to have your own opinion, your own beliefs. I don't agree with political correct. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Cruz says, now here's my question to you. What about individuals that have some offensive beliefs and using the political correctness is bad to continue with the behavior? What about the individuals that have some offensive beliefs and using the political correctness is bad to continue with the behavior? Like what, for example? Give me an example, Mr. Cruz. Like, what do you mean? Like, what offensive beliefs? I don't agree with political correctness. Facts. Neither do I. Neither do I. Like, I hate political correctness. If I agree with something, I agree with it. But if I don't, I don't. And I'm not going to have anybody pressure or bully me into thinking that I'm crazy for having a difference of opinion. Like, they don't like it, kick rocks. But I know people who would say some things, for example, racist comments, and say, well, he's born this skin color. Of course, he's going to like this and do that and eat that. That's just ignorance. People born of a skin color are going to do this and eat that. Like, yeah, whatever. Don't pay that attention, Mr. Cruz. That's just foolishness. That's just foolishness, man. Don't pay that no mind. Yeah, don't mind that stuff. Oh man, political correctness is stopping me from saying the truth. I ain't racist. That kind of stuff I hear and don't know how to go on about it. How's it stopping you from saying the truth, Mr. Cruz? What are you afraid of? What they think? What they may say? You may not be accepted? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Big Mike. Oh, Andre says, Big Mike, what other job you do outside the Navy? Oh yeah, Andre, I was working private security on the side, for a little while. And yeah, that's what I was doing for a little while. And then I would say late last year, a few months ago, I was also working like UPS during the day, during the holidays, make some extra money and stuff like that. But yeah, on the side, typically I do private security on the side. So yeah, that's what I do outside the Navy, man. And then like I like to fish. When I'm not working, I love to fish. I love to go on runs. I love to run a lot. Like you guys may see my short clip. Me just jogging on my birthday because I had to make some room for the meal that I had to consume that night. But yeah, I love to exercise, run, and chill with the wife, and just lay back and chill, man. I am not an overly complicated. I'm not an overly complicated person. Um, I got all a bunch of stuff going on. I live a simple life, and I like to be happy, and I'm content with what I have, and but I'm always working to be better, and of course, but yeah, man, I'm in a good place now. I'm in a much better place than I was some months ago. Yeah, man, I just learned to be content, be happy, enjoy the moment of each and every day. If that answers your question, I'm sorry if I kind of, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, General Bullseye says, Mike, what did you do for your birthday? Sorry, off topic. No, you good. You ask me anything, y'all. If y'all think of something that maybe y'all want to ask, whatever, or talk about, you know, y'all getting bored with what I'm talking about, man. It's okay to change the topic, man. I'm here for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to just chop it up with y'all. It's been a while. So we can talk about anything y'all want to talk about. Ask me whatever. And whatever I have, within my power to answer, I'll answer it. Okay? But what I did for my birthday, man, I kept it simple this time, man. I just turned 42, so I'm not about the wild parties like I used to be. I used to do like these big old house parties and go out to all these wild fancy places when I was younger, but um, kept it simple this year. Me and the wife just had a nice dinner at home. She made me some good food at home. She baked my favorite lemon cake from scratch. She makes an awesome lemon cake. Amazing lemon cake. Oh my goodness. I gotta go run the rest of it off now. Shit. And then she got me this bottle of Crown Royal. Like I don't drink every single day, nothing like that. I'm not that kind of dude, but every now and again I enjoy a nice glass of whiskey. You know what I'm saying? Crown Vanilla. I'm not sponsored by them, but that's one of my favorites to sip on every now and again. Uh, had a nice dinner, like I said. We went out and had a good time together. Yeah, man, we kept it simple, man. Just me and the wife. No friends, no coworkers, no nothing. Just me and her. So, yeah, man, I'm getting old, man. So 42, like I said, I'm chilling, man. All that party stuff. I like to go out still, but that wild party stuff like I used to do, yeah, I'm over that, man. I'm chilling. And she had a nice setup for me. My wife did. She got me a nice little card, and it was amazing, man. I loved my birthday, man. It was good. Mr. Cruz says, I guess if that's I guess it's that acceptance. Kind of realized when I was young, I used to always say what others said I needed to do. But what makes it difficult is what critique should I listen to or should not? Well, I would say whatever you feel that aligns with who you are, Mr. Cruz. I mean, you know, um, when someone's telling you something that you don't agree with, man. You know what I mean? People can say what they want to say, but you know what aligns with your spirit and what does not align with your spirit. So if it's giving you a hard time, if you really feel uncomfortable with what they're telling you you should do, and it's not in alignment with who you are, that's when you're like, nah, I'm good, man. Like, I'm not gonna listen to that. But if it's more in tune with who you are and it feels right and you prayed on it, then yeah. Not everyone's gonna tell you something that's gonna hurt you, but some people will. You know, if it makes you uncomfortable, you feel like it's driving you way out of the bounds of who you are as a person, man. It's like making you something that you're not, or making you do something that you don't want to do. Then that's when you're like, okay, this ain't for me. But if it's like I said, if it's in alignment with naturally, if it's in alignment with who you are naturally as a person, then that's something you can do. Just be careful who you listen to, man, because not everyone's out there to give you sound advice, and at the same time, not everyone's out there to hurt you either. So you just gotta listen to what seems in more alignment with who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know that better than I do. You know what I mean? So go with what feels right. He also asked me, Mr. Cruz says, what critiques What's critique that's ignorance I should ignore? What comments that just nonsense or political? What critiques? Huh. What critiques that ignorance I should ignore? You know, honestly, Mr. Cruz, I don't really know how to answer that because it's like I don't know what you're faced with. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like if you give me an example of some things that people tell you, then I can probably give you a more profound answer. But I don't know what to just tell you what you should ignore. I mean, I don't know what you're being, told or who's telling you should think this way or do this or do that. Now, if you give me a clear like description of what you're talking about, like this person telling me I should smoke crack, I'm like, yeah, don't do that. Get away from that person. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know what you're being told, or I don't know who's telling you what. So I really can't answer that. Love me. Yo, what's up, man? Pretty glad you dropped in. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Love Me says, yesterday was the first time that I watched your video and it's awesome. Thank you so much. What video did you watch, Love Me? Which one was that? And thank you so much, Love Me, for showing up. Thank you for pulling up. About quiet people, and it's so accurate. Facts. I mean, because listen, I know I'm chopping it up with y'all. Like I said, it's been a while since I got on the live and stuff like that. But apart from me doing YouTube and me spending time with my wife and stuff like that, who I'm very comfortable around, I'm a very quiet person. I'm probably so oddly quiet that people who don't know me probably think something wrong with my ass, to be honest with you. But I don't care about that, man. Like I said, I don't care what people think about me. I just know who I am. Like, I'm very centered with who I am. And it's like, I know that not everyone's worth your energy, man. I've realized that in my 42 years of living. I don't care to get in everyone's face. And when you're being quiet, you're gonna rub people the wrong way, because people out here want you to just be so quick to just talk and tell all your business, and I just don't do that, man. I just don't. I'm very quiet, very quiet. If I don't know you, if I'm not comfortable around you like that, I don't talk at all. I rock with you guys, those y'all who rock on my channel and stuff like that. But man, if you see me in everyday life, you'd be like, damn, like Mike don't talk. I don't. Until I get a good feel for who I'm around, I just don't do it, man. But you gotta be if you're that type of person, man, you got to understand what that comes with. People are not gonna like you that much. Some people are not. Those who don't understand a quiet person, they're not gonna understand why you are that way. All they see is that you're quiet, and they're like, oh, they just make an assumption based off of you not talking a lot. But you know why you're that way. And like I said, I'm just not the type of person who feels, well, personally, I'm sorry, let me scratch what I just said. I don't feel like everyone is worth your time. Not everyone is worth knowing everything about you. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I like to say this, man. People need to earn their way into your circle. Earn their way into knowing who you are, man. Don't just give off everything, by yap, 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 yap. Like, no, make people work for that, because we live in a society where people like to just judge you in the snap of a finger. People judge you off your social media, what you post on social media, but very few people nowadays talk to you. How many people that actually talk to you? You got a lot of people at your job and stuff like that that try to add you on Facebook and add you on this and add you on that so they can get a feel for you, but very few people actually come up to you and talk to you. So, but those who actually do, yeah, I'm not going to just volunteer everything and broadcast all my business. I mean, you're going to have to, if you want to know things, you got to ask me. I'm not going to just tell you. And if I rock with you, I'll answer that. But if I don't really rock with you, I'm going to keep it short and I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm not going to just tell everybody everything about myself. And I advise you guys not to do the same thing, man. Like, don't give everybody all your information just willingly like that. Make them earn it. If they really want to know you, they'll take the time to really get to know you. Not try to figure you out in a couple days. It don't work like that. Aldraba Thomas. Yo, what's up, Aldraba? I hope I said that right. Aldraba Thomas. Big Mike, I'm so glad to see your channel growing, big bro. Happy birthday to you, and lemon cake is always good. Oh yeah, it was amazing. It's already gone. Like I said, I gotta burn the calories off, man. I'm 42, so it don't burn off as easy as was when I was 22. You know what I'm saying? But I'm putting that work in, man. I got to get that weight off. But the lemon cake was amazing, and also thank you for being supportive, man. Much love to you. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. You know, but my thing is, like I said earlier, I don't think you was here to catch, you know, my live stream earlier when I first started. But my thing is, honestly, I don't really care about subscriber count. Like, I had a lot of people that joined my channel off of the short clip I posted of that negativity of the guy who snapped off at work. I had so many people that subscribed off that freaking video. But like, let's be real. Like, most people don't that subscribe to me don't watch my videos on a regular. They just kind of subscribe because they seen one video or two videos that they like and like, oh, I'm subscribed, but they don't watch. My thing is, I'm more interested in the people who actually are invested in my channel. They love watching my content. They love, you know, posting comments. That's who I'm focused on. Subscriber count is cool, but I'm more interested in the people who actually engage in the channel and in my content. So those of you who actually do that, you watch all my videos, or you took something from my videos, or you support the channel, much love to you. Thank you. Those who like the videos, things like that, thank you. But yeah, man, yeah, it's cool to grow. But yeah, I just want to continue to, oh yeah, also guys, if you're not hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you're not hit it yet, please hit the like button. I kindly ask you, because it helps the algorithm and it helps get the video out there to more people. It's not so I can get more money and nothing like that. I don't care about money. Y'all know that. But if you've not hit the like button yet, please do that, okay? General Bullseye says, so do you call yourself solitary, or do you only have a tightly pack of people you talk to? That's what it is. You know, I had somebody that's, when I was, I posted a video a couple weeks ago of me and a homeboy of mine. We was listening to Tupac, and we was, you know, having a little bit of guy session, right? I'm drinking a little bit and I'm just listening to Tupac. And somebody said in my comment section, it was like, oh, I didn't know you had friends. I was like, damn. Who said I didn't have friends? I got friends. I don't have friends in my YouTube videos. This is my channel. I got friends. It's just that, yeah, man, I just keep my circle very small. That's all. I keep my circle very, very small. I'm not solitary, but I don't mess with a lot of people. I keep my circle very small. Those who are close to me are close to me because, like, they've been vetted. I know that they're 100. I know that they're solid. That's what I keep around me. I don't keep people around me just to have around me. I'm not 22 anymore. I had to have friends to feel good about myself. I'm 42 years old. I got a wife. I got things to lose. I got things I'm working towards. I got grown man responsibilities. I don't got time for fake ass people. I don't got time for that. So people who I got in my circle, those are people who I know without a doubt. Like, these are real ones, and those are very, very few. I can count them on one hand how many people I got that's really, really close to me. But I'm cool with a lot of people though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a jackass. I'm not just out there just like I'm cool with people now. I'm cool with a lot of folks. It's just that I have very few close friends. That's all. I mean, people respect me. I respect people. But like, as far as who I let in my house, I'm very careful with that. Mr. Cruz says, some people in my family are narcissists. I had one who got away with a lot of hateful comments about me and my folks, excusing their behavior to the point I was thinking if I'm the wrong one. Dang, why love me? Love me. Why are your messages being retracted? Was something being said that was not appropriate or something? What's going on? Oh, Mr. Bullseye, General Bullseye. You know what? Let me add you as a moderator, General Bullseye, because you have been a long-time supporter of my channel. Yeah, okay. Some people in my family are narcissists. Had one who got away with a lot of hateful comments about me and my folks, so excuse my behavior to the point I was thinking. That's what narcissists do, man. They make you look like the villain and that you're the crazy one, and everybody's gonna be looking at you sideways. Like, you can't win that battle, man. There's no winning that battle. I know exactly what you're talking about because I experienced the exact same thing. I experienced the exact same thing, Mr. Cruz. I'm telling you, I know what you're talking about. I've been there, done that. But there's no winning that battle. You know, and one thing a narcissist is great at, one thing that they are excellent at doing, is painting the picture to make you look like the villain without making themselves looking like the guilty one at all. Like, they are excellent at washing their hands and looking at and making it look like you're the one with the issue. They are experts at that. Experts. And once people got that impression of you or whatever, or they think what they want to think about you, there's nothing you can do. That narcissist is already narcissists, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Like, they are like steps ahead. They are already putting things in place to make people look at you a certain way, make folks hate you. So by the time that you be like, hey, I'm not this way, or this person's been doing this, that, and the third, that's just they already planted the seeds in everybody else to make it look like you're the crazy one. So when by the time you come and say something, they're gonna be looking at you like, man, whatever. Nobody want to hear what you're talking about. The narcissist already planted the seeds. So that's not a battle you can win. And no, they are also good at gaslighting, making you think like you're wrong and you're crazy. Hey, man, it is what it is. That's just not a fight you can win. So I would have little to no contact with that person and just go your own way. Mr. Cruz says, Also dealt with people in family where they say awful things about types of people. Where if I call them out on it, I end up being ignored. But of course, I make it one small bad move. But if I make one small bad move, I get in trouble. I know what you mean, bro. Trust me. We should have a talk about that, man, for real, offline, Mr. Cruz, man. Like, I definitely know what you're talking about. I would love to talk to you offline about that, man. Matter of fact, hit me up on my email. If you got my email, please let me know. If you don't, I'll give it to you. Email me offline, and then we can maybe get together and have a conversation sometime. I would love to talk to you like one-on-one because you've been a long-time supporter, and I appreciate you dropping in. And what you're talking about, man, I can definitely relate to. I can give you some good insight on a lot of stuff, man. So hit me up, okay? If you don't have my email, let me know if you don't have it, and I'll give it to you. But if you do, or if you can find it in one of my old videos or whatever, then hit me up, okay? General Bullseye says, my man, I didn't ask for a moderator, but I'm deeply honored. Man, hey, man, I'm honored that you've been supporting me so long, man. Don't even mention it, bro. General Bullseye, you've been around for a while, man. Like, I remember you from when I had... Bro, you've been around for a minute on this channel, man. Like, damn, bro. Like, it would not be right for me not to add you as a moderator, man. Come on, bro. You've been around for a long time on this channel. So, much love to you, man. Like I say, I ain't nothing without my supporters, man. So, thank you. Love Me says, can you please do a video on why narcissists enjoy provoking? Easy work. That's easy work. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and... Yep. Took a screenshot of that so I can remind myself later on to do a video on that. But I got you coming, Love Me. For real, I got you. That's easy work to me because I've experienced that so many times. And I know exactly why they do what they do. I've been under the same roof with a narcissist. And so observing them so long, yeah, that's easy work. I got you coming. Don't even worry about it. General Bullseye says, is there a good kind of narcissist? I've been around people like that, and I've earned some of it. But how do I use it? But how do I use it to good use and to combat others? Is there a good kind of narcissist? A good kind of narcissist. Honestly, I don't even know how to answer that question. I think the good kind of narcissist is those who don't know that they're narcissists. They don't do it on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes any sense, right? You can have somebody who's a narcissist who may just not be aware that they're a narcissist. They try to be good people, but they got narcissistic tendencies. You got those narcissists who are just complete dickheads, right? And they just don't care about your feelings. They don't have no empathy and things like that. Those are narcissists that maybe, yeah, you need to stay away from. But you got some people out there who are maybe unaware that they're narcissists. They just don't know. I say those are the good kinds because they're ignorant. There's nothing wrong with ignorance. Ignorance means you just don't know. But some people know they're like that and they don't give a damn. Like, for example, do y'all understand that, like, nowadays, the times we living in, a lot of women who are on social media nowadays that showing themselves half naked are narcissists. That's what narcissism is. It's when you're obsessed with your freaking self and you are just overly conceited. Like, you just think you are all that in a bag of chips and there's no way the world can revolve without you. That's narcissism in another, form of the definition. But we live in a world of narcissists now. We live. Like, if you watch social media, everybody's taking a picture of themselves with their booty out, things like that. That's narcissism. That's a form of narcissism. I mean, come on now, but they may not be aware of that. They may be good people, but they're not aware of what they're doing. They're just following trends. So you got some people out there who may be narcissistic or they may have the tendencies, but they're not aware of it. But then you, like I said, you got those people who are just demonic and they just don't give a damn about how you feel. They have no empathy. They have no shame. They got no pity. And they just, like, whatever. They try to go out of their way to hurt other people. That's a problem. But my other part you said is, I earned some of it, but how do I use it to good use to combat others? By, if this makes any sense, just being true to yourself, being humble. If that makes sense. Mr. Cruz says, I still haven't forgotten the session I wanted to do with you on Saturday, but canceled last year. Yeah, it's all good, man. Like, yeah, I definitely want to get up with you, Mr. Cruz, man, for real. Like I said, if you don't have my email, please, like, let me know, and I will get that to you, and then we're going to definitely chop it up, man. Like, you're one of the people who I feel like I would love to talk to. You can talk to me about whatever. I don't care what it is. Don't be ashamed. I don't judge. Talk to me about whatever. You have been a supporter of this channel for a while. And one thing I want to do for my supporters, my real supporters, is definitely be there for y'all when y'all need somebody to talk to. So, yeah. If you don't got my email, man, definitely hit me up. If you cannot find it in my old videos, just look up one of my old videos I did from probably a couple months ago, 3 months ago, whatever. And then it's usually in my description. So it's the Ask at Big Mike. Ask at Big Mike, realtalktv.com or rttv.com. You check that out, man, and hit me up, all right? Yo, love me. How come your messages keep getting retracted, man? What's going on? Oh, yeah. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm so celebrating my birthday over this weekend. It's Sunday, and I got off tomorrow. So my wife got me this bottle of Crown Royal Vanilla, man. This is my one of my favorites. I love Crown Royal. I said I'm not a regular drinker, drinking every day, but when I do drink on occasion, I love a glass of Crown Royal, man. Matter of fact, speaking of that, let me get some ice, y'all. Let me be right back. I'll be right back. Nothing wrong with a little drink every now and again, y'all, as long as y'all do it responsibly. General Bullseye says, fire with fire, absolutely. And Mr. Cruz says, all right, I can check the descriptions for the email. Yeah, man, please do hit me up. All right, please do hit me up. Yeah, I got to get better at this. You know, I'm not as fancy as some other channels with all of the information already to be put out there and stuff. Like, cause like I do videos as I feel inspired and my lives as I feel inspired, but I do really have to get more back on a consistent page when it comes to this type of stuff when I have time to do it. Cause like I said, I like to, when I'm not working and, you know, hanging out with my wife, you know, I like to enjoy activities I like to enjoy. Like I love to fish and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely need to get back, re-engage with you guys on a regular basis, man. Because I feel like this generation now can definitely use some, you know, some knowledge from the OGs, man. And I'm definitely in that category. So I feel like we can use all the OGs we can get, man. This generation really, really needs it. You know, some of y'all didn't have like a big brother or a father figure or things like that. And I feel honored that some of you guys come here and you're like, yo, this is what I need, or or I look up to you like a big brother. That makes me feel so good because, man, like I don't even have words for that, man. For those of you guys, it means more to me than money. It means more to me than money for somebody who will hit me up and like let me know, hey man, your video really made me look at this another way, or you helped me get through another day, or you inspired me to be better. Like, that means more to me than money. That means more to me than money. Love Me says, and can you also do a video on why is the new supply stalking? Why is a new supply stalking me? Okay, Love Me, please be more specific on that one. Yeah, maybe I missed something. I mean, I don't know what you mean. A new supply is stalking you. I mean, you might. I mean, I don't. I don't know. That's supposed to be slang for something. Maybe I missed it. I'm a little old, man. So you're gonna have to dumb it down for me. And I'm not hip with a lot of the new slang nowadays, so you gotta dumb it down for me a little bit. General Bullseye says, I've been clean of social media for 4 years and it's been great. Man, that's what's up, man. Like, yeah, I feel you on that. Like, I'm on social media, but I'm not like huge like I used to be, like always watching this, that, and the third. Like, social media is cool as long as you don't abuse it and as long as you don't let it change you and stuff like that. Just get a little bit of, get your little dosage and just leave. You know what I mean? If as long as it don't consume you, I think you're fine. I don't let social media consume me like I used to when it first came out. I'm not gonna lie, for a little bit there when I first came out, it was a little addictive, but over time it's like, man, this ain't worth my time to be spending all this time on this all day. So, I find other things to do, and if I got a little bit of time, I'll maybe get on it, but it don't consume all my day like it used to. So good on you, man. Love Me says, happy belated birthday. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jerome Bullseye says, as long time supporter, I didn't notice there was a so-called help me line to you, Big Mike. Like, call here to talk to Big Mike. Yeah, man. Yeah, I had an email. I don't advertise it that much like I was doing before, but I need to get back to doing that. I just like to kind of leave a way for you guys to like who really need to talk to somebody to like reach out to me or whatever. But yeah, I need to get like back to like really putting that out there more, because some of you guys may be like, yo, I really need to talk to you, or I need this, I need that. And yeah, as much as I can, I would love to be there for you guys who really need someone to talk to. So yeah. I need to start doing like live calling. That's why I need to get into this like more for real. Like I said, I'm not really invested in YouTube like that. Like some people, that's all they do is YouTube. I mean, I got so much other things going on. I'm not fully invested in it, but I would like to get more invested in YouTube as far as like reaching out to you guys and being there for you guys. So like getting like maybe a live calling session in where you guys can call and ask something or talk about something real quick. I'd love to do that. Yeah, you guys want to email me, hit me up, whatever, man. Like I'm here. Please bear with me as I don't check my emails all throughout the day. So if it takes me maybe a day or two to get back to you, then please bear with me, because I'm not on my email like I say all the time, but I'll definitely get back to you, and we can definitely chop it up, all right? Love Me says, just by looking at you yesterday, I can see that your heart is so pure. Oh, man, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Like, I don't give myself no credit for nothing. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try. I try to be as a decent person as I can be. That's all I can do, man. I just give God all the glory. I ain't perfect. Like I tell you guys all the time. I don't want you guys. One thing about me, man, I'm very transparent. I'm not going to sit here and get on here and act like I'm holier than thou or I don't do that. Like, I'm far from perfect, man, but I try my best to just be better every day, and I fall short all the time, you know what I'm saying? But I just try to be the best person I can possibly be, but it's this battle of flesh and spirit every single day. And that's just all we can do is do our very, very best. And I try my best to be the best person I can be, man. And those who I, touch in a positive way, you know, I'm grateful for that. If I rub somebody the wrong way, that's life. You can't please everybody. So I'm thankful for those who I've been able to impact in a positive way. So thank you for that. Love Me says, the narcissist's new girlfriend is stalking me. Okay, so your narcissist who is your ex-boyfriend, his girlfriend is now stalking you? I mean, you better call the cops. I mean, for real, don't. If you got a true stalker, I'm talking about like a real stalker. Hey man, get on top of that. Call the cops. Because I mean, you don't know what someone's capable of doing, man. You don't want to mess around and underestimate somebody, and then yeah. So get on top. I'm talking about real stalker. Everywhere you go, you be like looking around like, well, this person on my ass. They following me. Like, yeah, definitely call the cops. That's not cool. That's stalking. That's some creepy stuff, man. Velo says, I hope I said your name right. Velo. He says, oh, yo, I'm late. I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. Just want to say thank you. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate that, man, for real. God bless you. Thank you. He also said, you've been doing God's work. Hey, man, thank you for saying that. I don't take myself too serious. I really don't. I just try my best to, like I said, be the best person I can be. And if what I do honors the Lord, hopefully he's pleased with it. And yeah, that's really all I can do, man. Like, I give God all the credit, all the glory for everything he's allowed me to go through and basically come out, a better person because of it. I thank God for everything, man. Like I'm nothing without God. Even though I'm not always on my best behavior. I'm not always like, on my up and up spiritually. I just thank God for being who he is. I fall short every day, man, but I thank God for being who he is because he's the perfect one. He's sinless. He's always good. I'm not. He's always holy. I'm not. So I thank him for being who he is, man, because he's been there for me when I didn't deserve it. He's been better to me than I deserve. And I give all the credit to him because I'm a sinful human being. I'm just in this flesh. This flesh is sinful. So like the Bible says, all of us, our righteousness before God is as filthy rags. Like I ain't nothing, man. Like I ain't nothing without God, man. You know, I don't give myself no credit. I'm nothing but dust. He's God. He's all worthy of all praise. I am nothing without him. So thank you for those of you guys who appreciate what I do, man, but it's all glory to God. I am nothing. Velo said, I appreciate you genuinely. Love, man. Love. Thank you. Thank you. All glory to God, man. General Bullseye says that feeling of teaching and being able to guide is such a good feeling, and that's the role I love to do for the girl I find. It is. It is. One thing you will know, General Bullseye, man, is you'll know how your woman admires you by the way she looks at you. And when you got a woman who looks at you with that admiration of, I learned from this man takes care of me, not only that, but he guides me. Man, that's a feeling that you cannot describe, man. Like, when the way the woman looks at you, you know how she feels about you. And if you cannot guide a woman, she'll never respect you, bro. You got to be able to guide, not just feed her, pay the bills, but a woman needs guidance. You as a man, you are the head of the house. And it takes time to learn this stuff, man. Like, you don't just master this stuff overnight. It takes time. You got to first get together to, get along and coexist with each other under one roof. And then it's like, okay, once you get on the same page and stuff, and she follows your example, and you beginning to lead her, and you beginning to nurture her, and she's following your example, man, the way she looks at you is totally different. That look of admiration is something that all men want in a woman, to look at him with admiration. When she don't like your ass, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? So you'll definitely know when she's not pleased with you versus when she's admiring you. It's a big difference. Stratted Sternum says, did you end up watching the documentary Europa and the Last Battle? Keen to hear your thoughts. No, I did not watch that, unfortunately. So I don't have any idea what that's about. So I can't answer that. General Bullseye says, I have an idea. If you know Discord is a server-type service to host a server for your fans and host fans' live calls. Discord. Oh, okay. All right, General Bullseye. I took a snapshot of that so I can take a note of that for later on. Thank you for the reference. So my wife got me some roses for my birthday. She handed me a rose.
There's no smell.
I know it's no smell, but I just want to pretend. I just want to.
Let me see.
If there's no smell, then why are women always smelling roses if there's no smell?
I don't smell them.
Women smell roses. But yeah.
It's pretty.
General Bullseye said, oh yeah, I got your message, General Bullseye. But yeah. Relo says, oh, she's pressed, call the boys gang. It's your 10th video, bro, and that's 4 years of support. That's why you're moderator. That's why I got love for you, bro. I told you you've been around for a minute, man. You an OG, bro. My 10th video? Man, I remember you, man. Like, you was with me since I was in San Diego, man. I was like, bro, General Bullseye. I'm like, okay. Then over time, I started seeing you more and more. I'm like, okay, this dude is real. Then like, after a couple of years, I'm like, hey, this dude is like man, you're the OG supporter, man. For sure. I definitely got to show you love, man. Velo says, I got work in the morning. God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all. Safe. Hey, Velo. Salute, man. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate it. And Love Me says, you're speaking facts. The eyes do not lie. Facts, man. The eyes are the window to the soul. That's a real statement. Eyes are the window to the soul. You look into a person that loves you, you know they love you. You look into the eyes of somebody who can't stand you, you will know. They can't lie, man. You ever look in the eyes of somebody who don't like you or somebody who's jealous? You can just see it, bro. Like, you can see it clear as day. You may not say nothing, but you definitely pick up on it. You might be like, I gotta watch him. I gotta watch her. You know, man. You know. I seen people look at me. I seen folks look at me like that. And I am very street smart. I'm not born yesterday. I'm not dumb. I seen people, when people look at me with them jealous eyes, I can see it. People look at me with that hatred in their eyes, I can see it. Or when they look at me with love in their eyes, I can see it. You can see it, man. It's not, man. I'm gonna do a video on that for real. I'm gonna do a video on that, man. Real talk. That's a good video. Because I've seen it all. I'm talking about like being a person like myself who's been on the other side of the street. Because the person y'all see now is not who I've always been. I've been young and misguided. I've been in the street before. I've seen all kinds of stuff. Thank God I did. I never went too far with my lifestyle and things I did. But I've seen a lot of things. You know, I've seen everything, man. I've seen jealous people. I've seen people who had hatred. I've seen people who had murder in their eyes. I've seen people who had all kinds of stuff, man. So when I see certain things, I'm not unfamiliar. I know what I'm looking at. When I see jealousy, I know what I'm looking at. When I see hatred, I know what I'm looking at. When I see love, I know what I'm looking at. Man, my grandmother, God rest her soul, that woman loved me, man. She loved me. I couldn't do no wrong in that woman's eyes, man. She loved her some me. When I come into her house, she'd spread her arms open like this, ready to hug me and kiss me. And I made her laugh all the time. She loved her some me. Oh, my wife. I know what love looks like. So when I don't see that, I know what it is, man. I know what love looks like. I know what hatred looks like. I know what jealousy looks like. I just know, man. Like, I don't gotta ask. Once you've been around once you've been around once you've been around the sun enough, you know what you're looking at. What you're looking at. Jerome Bullseye said you should make it your new goal to slowly ease into YouTube. Yeah, you're right, General Bullseye. I do need to be more. I do need to be more consistent and ease more into it. You know, it's hard though, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, because it's like I don't want to be consumed with this to the point where I lose myself and I'm thinking about clicks and views. That's one thing. That's one reason why I kind of like always kept a balance. I may make a lot of videos one month and then I may kind of chill, because like I think YouTube, at the end of the day, YouTube is a business. Let's keep it real, right? It's a business. So I think people who rely on YouTube, which I don't, they rely on it, I don't want to get consumed with thinking about YouTube videos all day, man. I got other things to worry about, other things to focus on. So that's why maybe I do that sometimes. But as far as like me engaging with you guys who, you know, who support the channel and things like that, and, you know, just giving back, you know, I think I do need to be a little bit more consistent, but not to the point where I'm just giving my soul to YouTube. I ain't doing that now, but I'll do better, man. I promise you that I will do better. Okay. I will do better. Love me. Why all your messages being retracted, love me? Jerome Bullseye says, oh, and little cool story. I went on my first actual date. I full on planned it and taken her to the malls and also paid bus transport. Sadly, over time, she ghosted me after it all. Damn. Sorry to hear that, man. General Bullseye. You know, unfortunately, General Bullseye, that's what comes with dating. You know, you got to take your lumps and your bumps, man, and learn from experiences like that. You know, now see, one thing I would advise you to do though, or not to do rather, is do not let that turn you into a monster by your one experience with this person. Okay. Unfortunately, you got people out there like that who are looking to only take advantage of people and get their way and then, go on to the next. But that's just unfortunately what you deal with when you're dating. You got people out there who's just looking to do things like that. But you can't let that change who you are and how you treat other people that you may possibly date. So take it on the chin and keep it pushing. All right. Take it on the chin. And and I say all the time, man, like I really truly weep for y'all generation, because this generation here is just ain't like it used to be. And unfortunately, man, we live in an era where there's social media and there's all kind of influences out there nowadays where folks don't really have to like be fully invested in a person anymore, because they got so many other people that's hitting them up. They got so many options nowadays, man. Like it's not like it used to be. So yeah. It's tougher to date nowadays than it used to be, man. It's tougher. Nowadays, everybody got a phone, everybody got the internet, everybody got Instagram, pretty much, Facebook, and you're always looking to see what's the next best thing. So to keep someone's attention for a long time these days is very, very hard to do, because people got every other distraction in their face nowadays. And it's much harder now to maintain that attraction level nowadays. But you just gotta work at it. But yeah, man, just learn from that. Keep it pushing, all right? That's all you can do. It happens to the best of us, bro. Trust me. Love Me says, can you also do a video on how do you know if a person is the one? I got you, Love Me. Let me take a snapshot. I got you. I got that coming. Promise you that. Just make sure you stay on the lookout for that video, okay? And I got that coming. As I said, the General Bullseye, I'm definitely going to be more consistent with my videos. So, not every single day, but more consistent. General Bullseye says, worst part is I got photos of this person. Man, delete those photos, man. Get rid of those photos. The longer you keep those, the longer it's going to take for you to get over that. Delete all the photos. Start off fresh, man. Delete those photos, bro. Trust me. Delete them. Get them out your phone. Get them out your phone. All of them. They ghosted you, which really tells you how they feel about you. So why you still got photos, man? Get rid of those photos. All of them. You never knew them. Start off fresh with somebody new. They're gone. They ghosted you, they gone. So don't stay there looking at photos, man. Just fretting over losing them. Move on to the next one. I believe you should be, because you are a light to the world. Man, Love Me. I'm flattered. I'm truly, genuinely flattered. I'm flattered, man. I'm flattered. I'm honored. I'm humbled. All that wrapped in one. All that wrapped in one, man. Again, I take no credit. None. I'm nothing but dust. I'm nothing but a human being that's trying, like everyone else, to be better. And I just give God all the credit. I give God all the credit. Like, he is the number one, source of everything I have. He's been there with me through times where I didn't think I could make it when I was young, and it's all him, man. It's all I'm not perfect. Like I tell you guys a million times, I'm far from perfect. But God, in the name of Christ, He is the one that's perfect. I am nothing. So He gets all the credit, man. He's brought me this far. So I give Him all the credit. Every bit of it. The older I get, the more I realize that I'm nothing. It's Him. Everything I have is from Him. If I die today, all the stuff that I got in my life stays here on this earth. What I take with me is who I impacted. You know, what I did to bring glory to His name. That's all that matters. So I can't take myself too serious, man. He gets all the credit. As I always say, I'm just an unworthy servant trying to do my duty. That's it. Funny thing, General Bullseye said, funny thing is I'm stuck in a group with her in it. She's in the school, so I'm stuck in this. Hold up, man. I don't mean to laugh, General, but my bad, General Bullseye. I'm sorry, bro. Forgive me for laughing. You say, funny thing is I'm stuck in a group with her in it. She's in the school, so I'm stuck in this. You can't leave the group? No, I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious. You can't like leave the group or be a part of another group and get away from her? Like, is it impossible to get away from her? Is that impossible? I just want to know. Love Me says, and you are so humble. And a lot of people, it's not like that nowadays. Yeah. Unfortunately, true. I mean, a lot of people are not humble. You know, what did it for me was life. Life humbled me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not no person who was humble always. I think a lot of times, especially when we're young, a lot of us are cocky, a little bit arrogant, whether we like to admit it or not. A lot of us are arrogant, especially when we're younger. We think that, oh, I'm making this much money, or I got this car, or I got this apartment, and this and that and the third, that I'm all that. But life humbles you. Life humbles you. Like God said it, Christ said it in the Word. He said that whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. So I wasn't always like humble like that. Like I was very cocky and arrogant at one point in my life. But I think what humbled me is, of course, growing older a little bit and realizing how quick my life could have been over just like that, and just looking over all the times that God has been there for me. I'm not no, like I said, I'm not no hitting people over the head with a Bible, holier than thou, saint, or nothing like that. I got things I can work on like everybody else. But one thing I do not fail to acknowledge is that what I do have is not from me, it's from Him. He's humbled me enough to know that. And that's just experience in life, that's all. Ain't because I'm special. I ain't special. It's just I realize after getting my butt whipped so many times spiritually that I need to humble myself. So I think that's what did it. It's just life and experience that brought me here. That's all. But the blessings of God. That's it. But I appreciate what you're. I appreciate you saying that. But it's not me, and I'm not gonna pretend it is. Love Me says, I'm quite sure on Judgment Day, and God is gonna tell you, well done, good and faithful servant. I pray He does. I pray He does, man. I pray He does. That's the ultimate goal, is to hear God say that to me. Screw all this stuff, this earthly things that we accumulate throughout our life. That's not gonna mean nothing once we die, man. It's not gonna mean nothing. I mean, look at perfect example. Look at Kobe Bryant, right? One of my all-time favorite NBA players. I hate to look at it like this, but it's just real. Kobe Bryant passed away with a $600 million fortune, approximately, whatever he had. I don't know, and I don't really care. That's his money. But he passed away with that kind of fortune. He took none of that with him. None. All his money stayed here on this earth with his wife and his mansion and his cars, all of that. And it's like, dang, man, like all that he worked for in his life, and he was taken out of here just like that, gone. This stuff don't mean nothing, man. This stuff don't mean nothing. All this stuff. I used to think like that, man. Like I got all this stuff and I'm this, I'm that. And life taught me, and I feel like God taught me in the lessons I learned in life that this stuff don't make you anything. It's all about who you impacted and, you know, what you do to bring glory to his name. And that's it, man. This stuff don't mean nothing. You guys ever read Ecclesiastes where Solomon was talking about, you know, the vanity of life? He worked all his life to accumulate all this stuff, and he realized at the end of his life or his older years that it means nothing. It's all vanity. So I think that's what I've learned throughout my life that kind of humbled me a little bit. Because when you're young and you in the clubs and you chasing women and you got jewelry and money and you're doing this, doing that, mixing it up with everybody, you think you all of that. You think you the truth, man, but you really ain't. It's only a matter of time before you get humbled. And that's all that happened to me. So I don't like to take credit for that. General Bullseye says, but what began after that fell apart, and I was pissed at God because I blamed him. He took change direction of it, and I'm holding a grudge to him, but it's almost wrong to even hate him. Because of this female? It can be possible, but I don't want her big presence to ruin my connections to the group, which is childish and cowardice. Well, if she's somebody you simply cannot avoid at all, then damn, bro, that's tough. I don't know, man. Just try your best to keep it cordial, I guess. I know that's tough to do, but hey, good morning, how you doing? And just keep it pushing. But if you can avoid this person altogether, I would say just avoid it for now until you feel like you got yourself together. You know, if it's bothering you to be around them, then don't be around them until you feel like you can handle it. And if you can't handle it, then stay away from them. If it's possible. General Bullseye, I agree. You gotta toughen up, man. Go on. That's life, man. We all get maybe hurt a little bit by somebody we liked or had interest in or whatever the case is. That's nothing new, bro. You ain't the first one. You won't be the last. You just gotta figure out how to continue to move on past this person. This person ain't your life, man. How long you know this person? They ain't your life. Life is bigger than this one person, bro. Man, you let this one girl do this to you? Man, come on, man. And you say you how old? 19? Or something like that? Like, I get it when you're young. Yeah, you think that that's your life and your world. But trust me, the older you get, you're going to look back on yourself that you are the person you are right now and laugh at yourself. Trust me. I promise you that, bro. When I was 19, I was totally different than what I am right now. Totally different. So, you'll learn. You will learn. I was never given any chances at all, and it was the first time I had that, so. Yo, General Bullseye. How old did you say you were again? 19, right? Yes or no? You say you're 19, right? Come on, man. yeah, yeah. General Bullseye, come on, bro. Like, I've been 19 before. Trust me, bro. This is nothing. Forget her, man. Move on with your life, bro. You 19, not married. Bruh, the world is your oyster, man. Stop it, man. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Trust me. I'm not trying to sound like I don't have no empathy here because I do understand what you're talking about. I've been there. Let me tell you a story, General Bullseye. So when I was younger, right? I remember, because I'm 42 now, but I remember when I was 19, I'll never forget. I'm not ashamed of the story. I had a girl at that time who, man, I loved her. I thought, when you young, you got that puppy love going on. You think you're going to get married to this person. Y'all going to be together forever and have the white picket fence and all this other stuff and blase, blase. I had this girl for a while and, yeah, she ended up leaving me for another guy at the time. And I'm hurt. I'm heartbroken. I'm crying. Oh my! I look back on that person like, bro, I cannot believe I was like that. I was so heartbroken, man, over losing her. I was crying, bro. I was like, man, this like one of those, right? Like it was bad. um, but like over time, and at the time, I thought that like I was not gonna get over that. Like, damn, it felt like the worst thing in the world. But like a couple months later, man, I was good, and I was already back, seeing someone else, and I forgot all about her. So it just takes a little bit of time. That's all. Just takes a little bit of time, man. You may not think it right now, but I'm telling you, man, just give it time. You just gotta be tough and weather that storm. Once you weather that storm, you're gonna look back and be like, man, what was I tripping off of, man? This was nothing. Like this is like, man, forget her, man. Like it ain't that deep, bro. You're 19. You got a lot of life to live, God willing. A lot of life to live. This is nothing. Come on, man. You just graduated high school like a year ago. Like this ain't nothing, bro. Come on, man. Yes, tough it out. That's all you gotta do, man. Tough it out. You will, trust me, bro. In 5 years, you gonna look back at yourself at 19 and be like, yo, what the hell was I thinking about, bro? I'm telling you, man. That's how you grow as you get older. You're gonna as you get older and you get more wisdom and experience of life and how people are and how things go, you're gonna be like, man, cause bro, here's the thing, man. When you are embarking on adulthood after high school, you have to now learn how to be an adult. High school don't teach you that, how to be an adult. School don't teach you that. They teach you how to do your work, be an employee, blah, 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 blah. But now it's time for you to be an adult. You're 19 years old. You're not even old enough to drink yet. You got to learn how to be an adult. It takes time to learn how to be an adult. Even though you're legally an adult, it takes time to learn how to actually adopt the mindset of an adult. So this right here is nothing. This is nothing, bro. Trust me. It's going to take time to get over that, but you're going to be fine, bro. Give it. I'm telling you, in 5 years, you can look back at yourself at 19 and be like, man, I've grown so much and I was tripping over this, tripping over that. Like, what the hell was I on back then? That's life. Like, when I tell you the story I told you about me crying over my girlfriend when I was 19 years old, I'm 42 now. Come on, bro. I look back at myself at 19 and was like, what a bitch I was. No, for real. That's what I think, man. Like, damn, bro, I'm crying over her. Like, what? Like, what am I tripping off? What was I tripping off of? But that was where I was at 19. I thought my life was over. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's nothing, bro. Trust me. It's nothing. Love Me says, I was just about to say that give it 5 years, you will definitely look back and say, what in the world did I see? That? Thank you. Love Me, you hit it on the head. Facts. Facts. Like, I'm telling you, life is a trip, man. The older you get, the more experience you get, and the more you grow as a person, you can look back at yourself and be like, yo, what was I tripping? The person you are at 19, you're not going to be at 25. God forbid. The person you are at 25, you're not going to be at 30. The person you are at 30, you're not going to be at 35. When the person y'all get it, so forth, right? So as you look back on your life throughout the years, you're going to be like, how far I've come. What was I tripping off of back then? This is nothing. When you're in the moment, it feels like hell. But once you have graduated beyond that and you've changed and you adopted a new mindset, then it's minuscule to you. But that's what it feels like when you're going through it. It feels like you can't get through it. Like it's hard. It's too hard to get through it. That's what it feels like. But I'm telling you, we've all been there, bro. You're no exception. That is life. You're no exception. General Bullseye said, almost like to order to grow. It's almost like in order to grow, you need to fall and feel the pain. Dude, General Bullseye, wisdom is gained through pain. Wisdom is gained through pain. Like you go in the gym, right? Do you go in the gym? If you want to build muscle in the gym, you got to put your muscles through stress. You got to feel the pain to build muscle, right? It's the same thing mentally and spiritually, bro. You got to go through things. You can't just pussyfoot your way through life and think you're going to get stronger. You got to go in there and you got to, like the gym, for example, like I said, you got to earn that. You got to go in there and lift heavy weights, break your muscle tissue down. So when your muscle tissue repair itself, it's coming back stronger. That's life, bro. You got to get broken down to get built back up stronger. You got to feel it. You got to feel it. And you got to weather the storm, bro. You got to weather the storm. Wisdom does not come without pain, man. Wisdom does not come easy. It does not come cheap. It comes with pain. That's why I love talking to older people. I told y'all that in other videos. I love talking to old people. Old people have been through everything that you will go through in life. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Old people have seen it all. They got pain. Do you understand that a lot of folks who have given up on life were those who could not deal with their current circumstances and they just gave up? It takes a special person to make it to old age. It takes God's blessing and it also takes a lot of perseverance to get to old age. Because a lot of people on their journey to get to the old age, they give up because they can't handle the pain. They can't handle what they've been through. They can't handle the hurt. It takes wisdom. That's why I love old people, man. Old people been through a lot, man. You think it hasn't been a time in the old person's life where they wanted to give up? They wanted to just end it? They want to just say, man, I'm done with life? We've all been through that. If you grow to be old and say to yourself, I've never thought one time about just saying, man, F this and just screw life, you ain't really been through nothing. Because those of us who really been through stuff, we've all had that thought. I'm just done with life, man. This is too much. I can't take it. But you weathered that storm and you kept moving on. You kept pressing on. And by God's blessing, you continue to live and just flourish through your hard times and whatnot, man. Come on, man. Like, it takes a blessing. It takes a special person to get to old age. That's not something that everyone has the privilege to get to. So I love old people. They've been through it, man. And it don't come cheap. Wisdom comes at a price. It comes with a price. You got to go through stuff, man. Yeah, man, we been in that General Bullseye, bro. Like, please. I'm telling you, when I was your age, I was crying in the field over my ex-girlfriend, bro. I thought my life was over. Now look at me. I don't even remember that girl like that. Like, she runs across my mind, like, because, you know, we all have that moment where we may think back about this person. I wonder how this person doing. I wonder how that person doing. She rarely runs across my mind. Once every maybe few years or so, I may just think back and be like, oh, wow, I wonder what this person up to, whatever. But it's not deep. It's not like that. But when I was in that stage of my life, bro, I swear I thought my life was over. I thought my life was over, bro. Oh, she left me, man. I'm crying. Man, please. What the hell was I thinking back then? Love Me says, the energy that you give to that person, give that to yourself. Facts. Facts. Love Me, where you from? If you don't mind me at, where you from, Love Me? Give it to yourself, man. Facts. And you have to be equally yoked with the person. You're preaching. Preaching. Can you also do a video on heartbreak? Absolutely. Thank you for giving me the ideas. I appreciate that. I appreciate the video request, man, because like you guys, sometimes that's another reason why I think I kind of take a little break, because it sometimes get hard to, you know, stay up on what people want to hear. And I just speak from the heart, so it's like, I may say things people want to hear one day, and the next minute I don't. I don't keep up with like the algorithm that much. And oh, I gotta talk about this. I gotta talk about that. You know, you guys just support me. You tell me what you wanna, you know, me to speak on, and I go off for that. So, yeah. But thank you for that suggestion. General Bullseye says, "Thanks, Love Me and Big Mike. Y'all are what I needed to. Y'all are what I needed to snap me out of it." Hey man, we all need a slap on the ass every now and again. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Pause on that, but big pause, right? Especially coming from me. Pause. But yeah, man, we all need a slap on the butt sometimes just to kind of to get us out of it, man. Be like, hey man, like you better than this, bro. Like, no offense, man up, bro. Man up, man. Like, get off of that, man. Like, that's one female, bro. Like, you'll be fine, bro. Trust me. Trust me. You'll be okay, bro. There's a lot of women out here, man. Trust me. There's a lot of women out here. A lot of women. That ain't nothing, bro. You 19. You ain't even old enough to drink yet. Once you start going out for real and you grow up even more than you are now, and you get into yourself, you get more you're more in tune with yourself as a man. You're older, you know more who you are, you understand yourself better. Man, I'm telling you, bro, you're gonna be like, the hell was I tripping off of? It's nothing, man. Trust me. You good, bro. And you 19, so like I said, I know what it's like to be in your shoes when I was that age, so you good, man. Love Me says, you're very welcome. Trust me, I've been there. Facts, man. Same, me too, Love Me. I've been there too. I've been there. So we can definitely give him some good insight on this stuff, man. Love Me, how old are you? Yeah, if you don't mind me asking that. Jerome Bullseye says, I'm trying to leave that teen shit and move into adult mindset. It takes time. Jerome Bullseye, don't rush it. It takes time. It takes time. It takes time. It takes time. Listen, my thing is this, man. Like, society tells you that you're not grown till you're 18. This is why I don't like society telling 18 and older adults they're still a kid, because like that's prolonging their maturation and they're growing up. So from the age of 1 to 17, you're considered a child, right? So for 17 years, you've been considered a child by society standards, right? They say you're not grown till you're 18. So you're only 2 years removed from that, bro. You're not there yet in terms of like really, really getting it. And it's not your fault. That's just life, man. Like you've been you've been legal for a year. You turned 18, now you're 19. Hey, come on, man. Like it takes time to learn how to be an adult. So don't rush the process. Take your time. Take your lumps. Take your hits on the chin. You're going to get them. It's going to happen. You can't avoid that. It's going to come, man. Just take your lumps like a man. And if you don't know how to, life will teach you how to. And if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Take your lumps like a man. That's how you begin. That's how you really grow to be a man. Heartbreak makes a man. It's not your age. Having your heart broken, that makes a man. Because it's like now you understand the brutality of life, how it really is out here. Nobody cares about you as a man. Men don't get no sympathy, man. The only people that get sympathy in this life are women, children, and dogs. Men get no sympathy. So get used to it, bro. You gotta just pick up your sack and keep it moving, bro. Just pause again. That's just reality. That's what it is. Don't nobody give a damn about your feelings. And General Bullseye, I don't mean to sound harsh. That's just how it is. As a man, no one cares about your feelings, man. Get over that. Get over her. Move on. Love Me says Brooklyn. That's what's up. Brooklyn in the house, man. Hey, salute. Salute. I've never been in New York in my life. I'm from South Carolina originally. My wife and I live in Florida now, but like I've never been to Brooklyn. I've never been to New York at all, but I definitely would love to visit New York, man. I feel like I would definitely vibe to New York. I ain't afraid to go nowhere because I respect everybody, and I feel like the way I live my life, I don't have to be afraid of anything. So I would love to go to New York, go to Brooklyn, all that. General Bullseye says, I did a pact and stopped dating until later on. Okay. No, but I reached a point where I must get my shit together and like get my head on the swivel. Yeah. You're 19, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, you just getting started. You're just getting started, man. Don't let, the actions of this person just freaking dictate how you decide to move, man. Like, you 19, bro. This is nothing, okay? This ain't nothing. And I hate to have to tell you this, but it's real talk. Like, you can experience way more than this the older you get in life. You're just scratching the surface, my man. You are just scratching the surface. This is nothing compared to what you're gonna go through as you go through life and deal with life. So get yourself ready, guy. It's coming, man. This ain't nothing, man. You'll be over this in no time. Love Me says, I just get a lot of knowledge from elderly people. Facts, man. Same. I love old people. Old people is where it's at, man. They got that wisdom, man. Like, you be like, damn, I'm learning. I love, especially being from the South like I am. I'm from South Carolina originally. Especially being from the South, I love talking to older, down South people, man. Like, it don't get no realer than that, bro. Like a down South grandpa, a down South freaking uncle. What? Come on, man. keys to love yourself. That's a journey, though. Love me. Loving yourself is a journey. It's not easy either. Loving yourself is not easy. In some cases, some people may find that challenging, but yeah, definitely loving yourself is a journey. It takes time to love yourself. I'll be real with y'all, man. Like, it took time for me to really love myself. It took time. Because, like, when you come from a household who, you know, you had a mother who may not have been there, you had parents who abandoned you and stuff like that, it leaves you in question of your value. You know, like when you got a father or a mother who were never there for you like that, it makes you, like I say, question like, damn, am I really worth it? Like, why did they leave me? Why did they not want me? What's wrong with me? So you are in doubt, or you may question yourself for a long time, wondering what the hell's wrong with you. But then when you get older, you come to find out it's nothing wrong with you. It's them the whole time. You know? But yeah, you gotta understand as you get older, man, you know, people's choices a lot of times has nothing to do with you, especially in that situation. It's everything to do with them, and you can't blame yourself for that. But, you know, you have to just understand that as you get older and realize that this person had some things going on which should not impact how I feel about myself. And learn to love yourself. It takes time, but it's definitely possible. Love Me says, it's so funny, I'm trying to get out of Brooklyn. Love Me, how old are you? I don't think you ever answered my question on that. How old are you? You like 20s, 30s? How old are you? Jerome Bullseye says, that's why you're called Real Talk TV, and I like harsh truth. I'm glad you gravitate towards the channel, man, and yeah, that's what it is. Like, I'm about to really, man, I really need to get to the brass tacks of things, man. Like, when I say that, I mean like I need to go deeper. I feel like I need to go deeper. You know, people need to hear the real nowadays, and there's a lot of things about me I did not share. I'm not gonna share everything. There's some things I need to just keep to myself, but like I feel like there's a lot of things I have not shared that I probably should share that I feel like would help a lot of people, because if God allowed me to go through those things, man, I don't believe in just going through that and keeping it to myself. I feel like I should share some things that I feel like can help some people. Because I didn't go through that just to just be like, oh, well, I went through that, let me just keep it to myself. No, so yeah, I need to definitely get back on this, man, for real. Like, and give you guys some better content. Content that's really going to edify the youth, those who are willing to listen. So, for real, I need to get back on that for real. Love Me says, the elderly people always say you never miss the water until the well one's dry. That's right. That's right. While things are good, it's hard to miss anything. You don't miss until it's gone. That's when you realize its value. You know what I'm saying? When you get spoiled with something, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's with anything in life, man. Like, we complain and we say this about this and that and the third, but as soon as that's gone, that's when you realize the value of it. When you got plenty of water, yeah, you're not gonna miss the well. And you got plenty to drink, but as soon as that well runs dry, you're gonna be like, damn, I need some water. What's up with that well? I mean, we don't appreciate things while we got it until it's gone. So that's big facts. Love Me says, I believe maybe the reason why you had to go through all of that, is so you can teach people. I believe maybe the reason why you had to go through all of that, so you can teach people you'll be okay. You know, love me for real. I used to like wonder that for a long time. I used to think to myself, like, God, why me? Why am I going through this? Why I got to experience this type of stuff, man? You know. But then it's like, I don't know, man. I just felt like, man, you ain't the only one, bro. Like, you ain't special. You think you're the only one who mother abandoned them? You think you're the only one who had a mother who was alcoholic or who did this, who did that? You think you're the only one who freaking, had issues in school and had issues with anger and fighting people and all this other stuff? So when I look back on my life as that person that I was, I used to like not want to talk about it when I was younger, but now I'm older and it's like, bro, it's time to talk about it because people out there dealing with the same stuff. People out there dealing with things that you would never know about because you don't talk to them, and people out there don't really feel comfortable telling people what's on their mind for real. People out there are dealing with a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff that they don't tell nobody. They just deal with it, they internalize it, and it's like, you know, but I feel like a lot of what I have in my heart, would definitely help somebody. So yeah. That makes sense. I just like to encourage people. I like to encourage. I like to try to be positive. I like to try to be positive. Am I always positive? No. I try to be. I'm only positive until someone pisses me off, but I try to be positive. I try. I think I'm getting better at it, but I'm really trying to be more positive. I think people just need the real nowadays, man, and they don't need nobody that's trying to like get money out of them or trying to freaking, paint this picture to be someone they're not. I can't be fake. I don't care about trying to milk people for money. I don't care about no money, man. Money is a blessing, but that's not my motivation. I don't care about that. As long as I got my needs. I got everything I need in my life. I'm blessed, man. I got my wife. I got things I need. I'm cool. I'm not begging nobody for nothing. What God wants me to have, I'm going to have. So I'm not out here freaking worrying about no money, man. God's going to take good care of me like he always done. I ain't tripping about that. So I'm just trying to, yeah, that's all I got about that. Anyway, let me not get too carried away. General Buzz, I say you should have a special exclusive stream on content to those OGs and also the most active. Okay. I got that noted. I'll definitely consider that, General Bullseye, for real. I'll definitely consider that. Yo, if y'all watching, those of you guys watching, if you're not hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you don't, then that's cool too, but I would appreciate if you hit the like button. All right. What I admire, even though you've been through a lot, your heart is still pure. You can't break somebody who is favored by the Lord. Like we all go through stuff, but that's why I feel like who is favored by the Lord. And I'm not saying I deserve it. I'm not saying I'm special. All I'm saying is that God has showed me his favor. I was supposed to have been dead like I don't know, a freaking dozen times. I don't know. He spared me. He still has me here. I remember being a little kid. I'll tell y'all my fondest memory when I was a little kid. And I used to sometimes be hungry. You know, we didn't always have enough food. And I'd read the magazines. Remember the ebony magazines back then? General Bullseye, I mean, no, not General Bullseye. Love me. How old are you, man? Have you told me your age yet? How old are you? I don't know. You avoiding it? But tell me your age so I can kind of see how I can relate to you. If you tell me you 19, 21 or something like that, then I know there's probably things you probably won't get. But if you're older, I feel like there's then some things I can maybe tell you that you would understand. That's why I'm asking people, how old are they? Don't be bashful. Don't be shy about your age, man. How old are you? General Bullseye's 19. Like, for example, General Bullseye's 19. So he's probably not going to get some things I tell him about, like things I did when I was his age, because he wasn't even born yet. You feel me? So how old are you? But anyway, when I was younger, I used to feel like I just knew that like God was watching over me, man. Because I used to be so hungry and reading like ebony magazines and stuff, and you see like the pictures of the breakfast food and the pancakes and stuff like that in the magazines. And I would be salivating over those pancakes in the magazines and stuff like that. And I remember just praying, like, Lord, I just want to be in this position one day, like, to just be able to eat what I want, man, just have food, you know? And God has been so good, man. Like, I eat good. I eat good, man. Like, I'm not tripping about no food. I'm good. I got what I need. He's been there with me the whole time. I'm just so thankful. Like, y'all forgive me if I seem to like go left and right with what I say sometimes. Sometimes I'm just standing like in amazement that I'm still here, because I've been through so much. Some of it y'all wouldn't even believe. I'm telling y'all, like, I've been through some stuff, man. But he's definitely had his hand on me, and he spared me so many times when I didn't even deserve it. Let me not. I'm sorry, y'all. Man. At 19 is like live your life and whatever should you do, careless crap, but I don't want that. I want to get started in my life, with my life, you know. Facts. Facts. Love me. You know what I'm going to do? I kept asking you how old are you. You never told me. I'm not answering any more of your comments until you tell me how old you are. You keep ignoring me, man. Why are you doing that? How old are you? To answer my question, I'm not going to read no more of your comments. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. Tell me how old you are. We're not looking at you in camera. So tell me how old you are, if you don't mind. Love me, so I'm 169 years old. Yo, you crazy, man. Yeah, I'm persistent. General Bullseye, because like I was telling you, man, like I like to. You're speaking to angel. You crazy. No, but no, General Bullseye, the reason why, no, like, in all seriousness, though, the reason why I say that is because I just told y'all a minute ago, like when like I said, General Bullseye, you're 19, right? So, and I'm 42, so when I bring up examples of things I've been through in my life, it's certain things you may not can't relate to because you weren't born yet or you may have been too young to remember. So when I want to maybe give someone an example of something, I ask them how old they are so I can know or if they can relate to what I'm saying or not, or if they can relate to the example I'm going to give to them or not. Because if they're not old enough to remember what I'm talking about or know what I'm talking about, I should not use that example. That's like me talking about Michael Jordan in the 90s to you. You're 19. You never seen Michael Jordan play. So why would I talk to you about Michael Jordan playing if you never seen it? That's so. If you told me you're 35 or 40, then I can talk to you about Michael Jordan because you seen Michael Jordan play. So I can talk to you about it now. That makes sense. So that's what I like to know. I like to know my audience. So if you say you're a certain age, maybe I can't talk to you about some things because you're not going to be old enough to remember or you weren't born yet. That's why I'm so persistent. Exactly. Find a more common ground. That's all. That's why I'm so persistent because it's like, like who am I talking to? I like to know, like, damn, don't be mysterious on here. You don't gotta be mysterious. I'm sharing so much with y'all. Y'all can't share with me y'all freaking age. That's all I'm saying. I get on here and I share things that, yeah, I like to think I keep it real with y'all, man. Like, damn, tell me how old you are at least. Ain't nobody gonna shoot you because you, whatever age you are. Love me, you're speaking to an angel. Hebrews 13. Finding some more common ground. I've told my age, so why not do the same? Love me. Shit, love me must be old. Because young people don't have no problem saying how old they are. young people will tell you quick. It's when you get a little older, you be like, I shouldn't tell nobody how old I am. Younger people don't care about that. They're young. See, love me playing, man. I'm told. It's okay, love me. It's okay. Facts. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. Yeah, ask a little bit, but after a while, it's like, all right, cool, man. Gotta respect it. But yeah, man. You guys got anything else you guys want to ask or maybe talk about real quick before I get up out of here? Because I've been on here for a while. I think that's the longest stream I've ever done. You guys, got anything else you want to ask, talk about? If not, then I will bid you guys farewell and get on with the rest of my night. Get on up out of here. But I genuinely enjoy talking to you guys. I love talking to y'all, man. That's why I stayed on so long. And let y'all in on a little secret. My wife was like signaling me like an hour ago to wrap this up, but I was like, man, I'm having fun, man. Like, I'll holler at you in a minute. So I stayed on here maybe a little longer than I was supposed to, but that's because, you know, number one, we hadn't chopped it up in a while, and number two, I got genuine love for you guys who support me, man. So I wanted to, you know, be there for you guys and not just say hey and dip out. You feel me? So yeah. I feel like I feel like I'm running out of things to talk about. No, it's all good, man. Like, it's no worries, man. No worries. No worries, General Bullseye. Hey, General Bullseye, bruh. From me to you, though I never met you in person, I got love for you, man. Thank you. You've been supporting me. Man, you must have been supporting me since you 19. You must have been supporting me since you were like 16 years old. Like, you must have been like 16 when you first started supporting me. Like, man, I got love for you, bro. For real. Like, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate that, man. And I hope for your continued support. You know, you continue to look out for the videos and anything you want to, you know, have me talk about, discuss. Please, you know, feel free to hit me up and let me know what your suggestion is. And I'll definitely, you know, return the favor, man, because you've been definitely a long time supporter. And I want to show you love back in return. But if you got any video topic requests or anything like that, man, let me know. I got you, bro. For real. Like, it's one thing to have a supporter, but damn, bro, you've been supporting me since under 1,000 subs? 1,000 subs, something like that? You've been around for a minute. John Bose, I say, hey, if you stream, I will fly by. Facts. My man. Much blessings to you, man. Hey, but anyway, that's all I got, man, for the live. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, do me a favor, hit that like button, man. Please do your boy a favor and support the live stream. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If you've been checking me out for the first time. And yeah, man. Before I get on up out of here, any last goodbyes, safe rounds, alibis? Before I get on up out of here for the night, man. Give you guys like another couple seconds. Get your good nights in if you want to say good night or whatever. And then I'll get on up out of here, man. Get on up at y'all face. I've been on this thing for a minute. But I might just give you a shout out. Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to check your channel out, man. Will you you know what? I ain't even gotta ask you that. I'll check you out. I see what you got going on. I will check you out for sure. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to the wife, get on with the rest of my night, man. You guys be blessed. I love you guys who show support, show love. God bless you guys. And yeah, so next time, I will holler at y'all, man. Oh, just gaming channel? Okay, that's what's up. I'll check your stuff out, you know, still. I'm not a gamer like that, but I'll still check you out, man, just to show support. Because you know what I'm saying, support me. So, yeah, I'll see what you got going on, all right? But anyway, hey, you guys take care who tuned into the live stream, and you guys who checked in later. Yeah, man, please, there's been peace and blessings for you guys checking in and still checking out the live stream, even though it was later. I love you guys all who show love to me and support me. This is your big brother, Big Mike, checking out, man. Love you guys. All right, GB, holla at you, boy.